J.J. Bleday was Player of the Month. I saw that.
Yeah.
Who's he playing for? Miami?
J.J. Bleday I think he's a former Athletic, I believe.
But didn't the Marlins draft him? He's a Vandy boy.
He is a Vandy boy.
J.J. Bleday is
playing.
He's playing for my Reds, unfortunately.
That's right, the Reds.
And we are probably going to trade him at the deadline because we suck. So,
really? So was he a Marlin at one time?
Yeah, he was a Marlin last year, I believe, and he was a free agent that we signed in the offseason. He started the year in AAA too, and he was the Player of the Month, like you said last month. So
right. So I are some of these baseball teams money laundering for things?
I think.
How do you get rid of a JJ Bleday? I mean, he's young, right? 26, 27?
Yeah, 27, 28-ish. Yeah.
How? Why?
It's a good question.
He also was not this good last year, to be honest.
Yeah.
He's improved quite a bit.
Okay, well, good. They're gonna trade him away. That's it. Let's just trade him all away. If the Pirates trade Paul Skeens at the deadline, my co-host here might call out for a month.
If he goes to St. Louis, I'm making some phone calls and I'm meeting this guy.
Well, they're not going to put him in the same. They would never trade him within the same division, would they?
Never know. If the right price comes, you never know.
The Pirates got a generational talent.
Sure.
Why would you want to get rid of him? If they get rid of Paul Skeens, shut that franchise down.
Joe, it's like this. And I have never driven stick shift in my life besides one time.
Maybe you need to learn how, pal.
Well, hang on. I drove a Mini Cooper once, but that was minus that.
Was she in Goodwill Hunting? That's a Mini Driver. My bad.
What I'm trying to say is that Paul Skeens is the car that has stick shift. And the Pittsburgh Pirates are the team that only drives automatic cars. They don't know how to use him. They use him in the right, sense of putting him in with the, aces versus ace type situation. But they always know how to screw up the situation. That's the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's hands down. They have one of the best young catchers in Henry Davis, and they're probably going to squander that as well.
Okay, well, they should not do that, right?
They shouldn't, but they probably will.
Does Brian Reynolds still play for them?
Yes.
All right, good. All right. I'm not a baseball guy, but I like to see our local guys do well. I love Sonny Gray. I love Mookie Betts. Love Brian Reynolds.
So, cool thing about Brian Reynolds, my aunt works at
haberdashery?
No, she works at like a
taxidermy?
Kindergarten facility for little kids, watches after them. And Brian Reynolds' kid actually goes to school there or whatever it is. And one day the kid was, talking to the guy because I love baseball, yada, yada, yada. And he heard that Brian Reynolds was his favorite player. So what did Brian Reynolds do as he always does? Signs autographs a nice old big jersey, gives it to like 5-year-old kid.
Oh, that's great, man.
That's pretty
Good
neat
for him. Yeah,
so, yeah.
Probably that nice. Good, that's real done. Speaking of nice, did you hear the Pecorino interview with Robbie and Rexo this morning?
I did. I heard Pecorino is still playing hockey from time to time in a beer league. Can you believe that?
Right. Can you imagine?
I mean,
I love it.
Imagine you want to play beer league hockey and you get out there on the ice and you see 2018 Vezina Trophy winner Pecorino in between the pipes.
I think it's great.
I mean, you're not scoring on them. You're just not.
Remember when we had one day we interviewed Colton Sissons? And we got it and said, do you ever want to go to Ford Ice Center and just skate as fast as you can and in and out? I would, if I was as talented as these Predator players are, or NHL guys, I would go to Ford Ice Center and just zip back through everybody. And I would sign up for a beer league and not like when Eli Manning did with the Penn State did the tryout and nobody knew who he was.
Dressed up with the weird
right? That's what I would do. If I was Pecorino, I would do that. Just the great interview, and you can find it on theGameNashville.com. Just so gracious and genuine. I mean, he is just I covered him for years.
Yeah.
He's that dude, and those dudes don't come around very often.
No, like I mentioned to you yesterday, those like you just said, they don't come around that often, but it's just the humbleness that they just know how to carry themselves with the media. They know the job at hand. And even Robbie mentioned it this morning, and even you've mentioned it yesterday that, even when the Preds were not doing great and Pekka knew he had to answer some tough questions, he was a gentleman and he was a true pro and stood there and answered them.
Every time, man. By the way, Robbie's on this dumb trip with Chase, baseball trip.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. And like 6 other dudes up to Cleveland to watch something.
What did baseball ever do to you? I know the lockout. I get all that. But, come on, man.
It was the lockout. It still hurts.
Do you not?
I had the best fantasy baseball team of all time.
Do you not enjoy when people enjoy baseball? Is that a problem?
You love it.
Yeah.
Just don't force me to sit down and watch it for 3.5 hours.
I don't.
Chase understood how much baseball bored me, and we went to the Braves game last year, and I fell asleep in the stands for like 3 innings.
I heard
he could have pickpocketed me and left me there at Truist Park, but he did not.
But you know what? Queensland. Yes. Queensland. Let's go. State of origin. Let's do this thing. All right.
Wow. Take that mic away from your mouth.
That's an Australian right there. State of origin. That's Queensland.
Yeah, right? Right. I mean, I don't get that excited at Outback.
Well, the series
when
is
they bring out the bloomin' onion.
The series is tied 1-1.
What series?
The state of origin. It's Queensland versus New South Wales. It's a 1-1 series right now.
Then why is that guy not at the game?
Because they don't play till July 8th.
Oh, okay.
We're in June.
Is this rugby?
Yes,
Okay.
Australian rugby. It's basically the all-star game in the middle of the season. They do a 3-game series.
Okay. I did your little rugby thing at Geodis Park.
That was rugby union. It's not the same,
That was
Joe.
terrible.
It's not the same.
Same rugby ball.
No.
Same rugby ball.
No.
Same guys beating each other up.
Rugby league is like AF1 on steroids. Your eyes stay on the field 24/7.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
All right.
Yes, we have more of a crowd. Even better. Hopefully,
They don't like stake of origin or whatever it is.
State of origin.
State of origin.
Goodness gracious!
I've never seen anybody get that excited over a big fat bald guy walking down the street wearing a jersey.
It was a Queensland jersey. I mean, come on, Joe.
They have Queensland chicken and shrimp at Outback.
That's true. That's true.
So
And the bloomin' onion.
Because you blew up my eardrum, we'll have to go there, and I want to see you the same excitement there.
I got excited, man. July 8th is coming up. It'll be a 5 a.m. kickoff. It'll be a blast, man.
So I'm looking at right now. Australia is 2.5 days ahead of us.
17 hours.
They are. I'm reading here. They're 63 hours ahead of us.
Well, we're time traveling.
So on July 5th, you can watch that game.
Yeah.
I will. July 8th over there.
I will be watching.
How did you recognize that guy?
I just saw the Queensland patch. I was like, oh my God, it's Queensland jersey. It's great.
Oh, nice. By the way, our guest today 1 to 2, Andrew Grayson from 6 Pack Coverage is going to join us. If you've not heard of this organization, it's what do you describe? I mean, they got 700,000 followers. They're based here in Nashville. They're like a college. What do you call it? What would it be described then?
Is it okay to mention Barstool?
It is, but I think they're a little bit better. That's in my opinion.
I would say they're more sports centric, like a Barstool, but like Nashville based
and college themed.
Yes,
I mean they go to these college towns and tens of thousands of people show up for these events, these parties, and these concerts. All started by Andrew here at 6 Pack Coverage, who'll join us. Proud Tennessee graduate. So if you've ever heard 6 Pack Coverage, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, it's pretty cool. And there's a story of how he and I met, which I was like, what? And then he told me the story, and I was like, oh, he's got video of how we met. I interviewed him on the street one time.
Really?
In Boston.
What?
Yeah, he'll explain to you. So it's really cool. Yeah.
What were you doing in Boston?
I do speaking engagements. Now, we're up there for the Titans-Patriots playoff game in the 2017 season of 2018. All right, our question of the day is 615-737-1025. And this was a conversation the other night, and I'm surprised how many people said yes at this. And the question is, would you go up in a hot air balloon? And about half the people I talked to say yes, and I don't know why you would do this. 615-737-1025. Have you ever been up in a hot air balloon? Dr. Crane.
Yes.
Have you?
I have not been in a hot air balloon, but I'm not getting in one.
Okay, why not? Why would you not get in a hot air balloon?
I don't like to be suspended in the air with a balloon that I know could pop. Like
in a basket.
In a basket.
Right.
Like that's basically saying, hey, man, we're going to put you up in a kite, and we're going to hold on to it, and if lightning strikes, we're sorry.
Yeah.
Like
that's on you, right?
Yeah.
Now, the question off of that is, would you skydive?
That I would. Because
I think I would, too. I'd be scared to death, but I think I would do. My brother has jumped out of a plane like hundreds of times. He's like, Joe, I'm telling you, there's no drug like jumping out of an airplane and going down.
I'm okay with jumping out of an airplane because I know 20 seconds in I'll pass out and then I'll wake up when I'm on the ground. I'm cool with that.
But who's going to pull the ripcord? You?
No, I'm going to fly with somebody.
Okay.
I'm not going to fly inexperienced by myself.
Don't hop on my back because we'll both perish.
Oh, my word.
I don't mind. So somebody's like, well, what's the difference in a hot air balloon? Well, I guess here's the problem. Only time I see hot air balloons is when they're burning up. I never see like a nice landing, like, hey, we made it.
Right.
It's always, and I'm like, that. I don't want to do this.
I'm not a fan of the whole hot air balloon idea. Just give me the skydiving. I want a little adrenaline rush. Where if I'm in a hot air balloon, I'm thinking I'm suspended up in this basket that was woven by
Who knows?
a grandmother in Minnesota. I don't know what I'm.
What do you got against grandmothers in Minnesota?
Nothing against grandmothers in Minnesota. I'm saying they make good basket weaving.
They do, right?
I mean, maybe it was at Texas. Maybe Steve Sarkisian was a part of the basket weaving.
Oh yeah, well
maybe that's what it was.
What he says they don't do any good. Red Skeleton, would you go up in a hot air balloon?
No chance. I hate heights. Same with the skydiving. There is zero chance I'm doing either of this.
So you would not skydive?
No chance.
Even a tandem with an experienced instructor, you're not doing that?
No, and my fear is not safety. It's just general fear of heights and just being that high up. So no, okay. Thank you.
All right, well, good. Red says no on both.
Well,
I'm 1-1, and you're 1-1 as well.
Yeah, I'm 1-1. I'm not doing the balloon, but I'm definitely
there's no
doing
way
the skydiving.
In Hades I'm doing the hot air balloon. There's no way.
Now, I do have an honest question for you, Joe, and
Yep.
that's the sky. Yeah, you've been skydiving. Or your brother has.
My brother has.
Does he know, like, if when you jump in a pool, you do the little pencil dive?
Yeah.
What if you do like the pencil dive, but for skydiving?
No, you just jump out.
I know, but does that increase the speed of your body going down to the ground, like a torpedo action?
Why are you asking me?
These are
I can barely get off this chair and off the stage.
These are logical questions that need to be asked so we know what we're getting into. Because I tell you right now, if I'm going skydiving, I need to know if I can pencil dive or if I need to
Just
open
jump.
up like a flying squirrel. That's all I got to
I think you need to do both. Let's go to the phone line real quick before the break. Let's bring in Jared on their question of the day. Jared, welcome in, Jared, would you go up in a hot air balloon?
Hey guys, I've been in a hot air balloon just once. I actually proposed to my fiance in a hot air balloon, so that was pretty risky.
All right, hold on now. Who was it? You and your wife, and like a cameraman?
Me, my wife, and her daughter actually.
So who took the picture? The daughter?
It was on me and the daughter to take selfies while it was happening.
Oh my goodness! How long ago was this, Jared?
It was about 2 years ago.
So you had no qualms that everything was good.
Yeah, luckily we were talking.
Uh-oh.
But I'll tell you, it's pretty safe on a hot air balloon. The material they use, they always compare it to firefighters' equipment. And the fires you guys are talking about, I used to live in Albuquerque, which is the balloon capital of the world. And,
right.
We would see balloons crash into hot air line, or not, the electrical lines in the city. So that's really your real danger is when you go city exploring, you go hit some lines.
No, I'm not. So let me ask you this: you're still married to her, right?
Yeah.
All right, good. That's good. All right, good for that one. How did you get her in the balloon? Did she have any idea you were going to propose to her in a hot air balloon?
She had some guesses. She wasn't sure. She was actually pretty scared. She wouldn't talk to me for about 20 minutes into the ride.
Wow. That's a smart woman there. Well, that's awesome, man. Now, would you
me.
skydive?
I would skydive, but I'll do you one better. I wouldn't bungee jump because I'm too scared of that cord snapping.
Oh, absolutely. After what we saw in Brazil last week, no way in hell.
Yes.
Yeah, Jared, that's awesome, Jared. Thank you for calling in, buddy. Jared's
awesome. Thanks, Jared.
I'm out of here.
Jared's like, I told you my story.
The bungee jumping in Brazil.
I saw that.
How do you forget to put the thing around her feet? No, I'm not doing that.
No, thanks.
Would you walk across that big bridge in Gatlinburg, that suspension bridge?
I have.
Have you?
Yeah. Is that the one that like you see through it?
I think so. It's one that's been like 10 years now.
Yeah, I've walked on that.
That scare you?
A little bit. Your stomach kind of gets in that little knot, and it's up in your chest.
Yeah, I ain't doing no.
Now I've gone ziplining in Gatlinburg.
I don't mind that.
By the way, in Gatlinburg, that's the third highest zip line in the United States.
Is it?
Yeah, I don't know if you knew that or not.
I would do that.
It was fun.
Because I can hold on for dear life.
But you got to make sure your thumb is not in the metal hole.
Oh, great. What happens now? Does that rip your whole face off?
It rips your finger off,
oh, gosh.
But because like they give you a certain type of glove. It's like the glove they use for birds, like eagles and hawks and stuff. You have to make sure you can basically – there's like a little clamp. You clamp it, and that slows you down. But make sure your thumb doesn't get caught. then your thumb's gone.
Well, now you just talked me out of it.
You'll do it. No, you'll do it.
We got a ton of response on our text line, 615-737-1025. We also want to hear from you. Call in today. We got a lot to talk about. Dr. Cram will give us the World Cup update as America takes on Turkey tonight at 9 p.m. and all kind of other great things that's going on with us today. 615-737-1025. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show live at the Omni Nashville Hotel here on 1025 The Game. Lesson from the young man to the old man about how to set things up on the computer. Welcome back. Red Skelton behind the controls today. Dr. Crane and myself down here at Omni National Hotel at Ballons. Nice crowd. It's not too hot. People down there having a good old time.
Oh, yeah.
If you're downtown, come by and see us and say hi. Dr. Crane can teach you about the internet, and which he does me every show.
It's pretty funny, man. Like yesterday, you told me I feel naked. Not naked, naked without my computer.
I had nothing. I left it at home. I was like, I don't know what to do. I kept staring at you.
close to my house. I live in Kingston Springs now. I'm
Oh,
from West
that's
Nashville.
awesome.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But y'all was talking about TPS on there about a week or two ago.
Yeah.
And I went to Cone High School, and we played TPS in a bowl game in Clarksville in 1962.
Yes.
And them guys are real nice people. They've got had a bad break where everybody just looked down on them, sort of like.
Right.
They was real great people to play against. They played us. They was a Division I, and we was like a Class 3, and they gave us all we wanted.
Oh, I'm sure that was TPS, Tennessee Preparatory School, back in the day. And you're right, man. They're good kids. Just got a little bad stroke of bad luck there. So, yeah, man. Cotton Eye, man, always call in. We love this, man, and I'm proud of you. That's pretty cool.
I appreciate you.
Thank you for your service as well.
Appreciate you, Cotton Eye. Cotton Eye Joe, right? Now, that guy would come down here and whip our ass.
100%. 83 years old?
I ain't fighting that dude.
That's 83 years old of just pure,
Right?
I'm going to beat you up.
Oh, that's great. We'll continue with this. 615-737-1025. Question of the day is, would you go in a hot air balloon? Have you been skydiving? But up next, we'll continue reading these. Up next, though, it's the full report from Dr. Crane on the U.S. men's team playing tonight at 9 o'clock. And y'all griping about 9 o'clock makes me laugh. We'll tell you why they're playing at 9 o'clock when we come back. This is Chase and Big Joe Show right here on 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show, live at the Omni Nashville Hotel at Ballons. Nice little crowd here today. A few more. We'll get to a little soccer talk. Harold Middle Henry says, yeah, let's set up about 500 pounds inside a woven basket. That's a great idea. I agree with you on that one. JC in Gilletsville says, Joe, what if you got in a hot air balloon, floated over the wave pool, and Daisy Duke, Charlie's Angels, and Linda Carter were all out sunbathing? Okay, yeah, I'll do that. That's not bad. 4819 says, my sister-in-law gave my husband a sort of the hot air balloon ride for their 40th birthday. They rode from Belmead, Bellevue area to Weston near MBA. That's not bad. And then 1652 says, I went skydiving from high school graduation down in Waverly. Was supposed to jump early in the day, but was cloudy, so we had to wait all day and had Sonic for lunch. Came back, skies cleared up, so we went up. Now, I should have known I was done for when the pilot had on flip-flops and a Hawaiian shirt. Went up to 14,000 feet, then back down to 9,000 a couple times because of the cloud cover. Got very sick. We jumped 5 seconds for landing, threw up everywhere. Amazing time. Would do it again. 1652. Thank you for that. Because the answer here is we're 1-1. No to the hot air balloon, but yes to skydiving. It's all taken care of. Even and Red Skeleton, our producer, says he's not doing either. That's fine. I get it. But I'm still shocked to me people want to do hot air balloon. I'm not doing it. All right, 9 o'clock tonight. So here's the deal. The game's at 9 o'clock because the game is taking place on the West Coast. So you're going to watch anyway. It's 10 o'clock Eastern. Nobody cares. You're going to sit up and watch this game tonight as USA takes on Turkey.
Yep.
Now, USA has nothing to gain, right?
No.
They're already moved on.
Yeah, they've already punched their ticket to the knockout round, but it would be nice to see them for the first time ever go undefeated by winning all 3 games in the group stage. It's never been done before for the U.S. team, and I think that would send a statement not only to their portion of the bracket, but to everybody else in the tournament.
Turkey any good? No.
No, they're eliminated. Vincenzo Montella is their head coach. He's also Italian. Did not have a good stint with the Italians. So I'm just saying that's a little issue because he has a lot of retreads on that Turkey team. Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
That guy's on the team?
Yildiz is a young player, but did not get enough guidance.
Lulu, that guy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they've got – so can they go out tonight and be savage, Turkey, and, like, take out American players?
Well, what I'm expecting is a fully rotated side where you're going to have all 11 players probably –
For Turkey?
No, for the U.S.
Okay.
They already have punched your ticket. Why would you risk anything? Even Pochettino mentioned that in an interview last night on television. There's no need to risk the players that are having yellow cards because you could risk them for losing them for another game if they get another yellow. That'd be a red, essentially. Yellow plus yellow equals red.
Does it? I thought yellow and green made purple.
Well, yes, but in this case, for soccer purposes.
Okay.
It's like 3 strikes and you're out type thing.
All right.
Then you have Christian Pulisic. That's just been the big question mark for the entire tournament for the U.S. team. He played the first game against Paraguay, went off at halftime because of the calf injury, and he's been on the side fields for a majority of their camp since they've been out there on the West Coast. So if he's healthy enough, which it seems like, I could see him being on the bench, but I don't see him starting.
Okay. What's next?
The knockout rounds. They'd probably, more than likely, 99% play Bosnia and Herzegovina.
Where would that be? When would that be? I'm sorry.
That would be, if my schedule is properly put together, July the 2nd on Thursday at 1 p.m.
So a week from right now?
Correct.
Now, where is that game taking place?
That I do not know. It doesn't have that.
San Francisco?
Maybe. I think it's an out west game.
Okay.
Well, no, 1 o'clock might be East Coast.
You're the soccer guy.
Well,
why are you looking at me? I don't know anything.
It's not giving me the location, so I apologize.
Okay, that's right. Maybe you need to turn your computer on.
It is on.
Maybe we get part of the job done there. All right, so they play at Turkey tonight, 9 o'clock, West Coast game. We'll all sit and watch it tonight and move on. So if I don't like games.
It's at SoFi, by the way.
Tonight?
Yeah, where they had their 4-1 win against Paraguay.
Okay.
You have to go back to that.
I don't like games where the other team has nothing to lose and nothing to gain. I don't like that.
Well, that's always the big question mark. Again, both, like you just said, both these teams have nothing to gain or lose. But I think the big issue is you need to see confidence in the U.S., the backup players.
Okay.
Because if you see that in them, that tells me as a coach or as someone watching that I can trust these guys if the time of need in the knockout rounds against either like Spain, potentially in the quarterfinals, you need to put in, I don't know, Christian Pulisic off the bench. Yeah, put him in. It gives me a little confidence.
Is he as good as Ronaldo?
No.
But he's the best American player.
Maybe.
Okay.
He's got the hype for sure. He's been looked at as the golden child. You know, every era of U.S. soccer has their golden child, and that last time was Landon Donovan.
Yeah.
Now the U.S. has kind of evolved and trying to figure out who that is. It's been Christian Pulisic.
Okay. All right. Where's he from?
It's from, I believe, Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Nice. Okay. All right. Well,
So,
you gonna step on that and watch it?
yeah.
There's a watch party at Geoda's Park tonight.
Yeah, I will not be in attendance for that.
Why not?
I will be wrapping up my farmer's market today. That is from
But where's your farmer's market?
It is 451 Hogan Road, Nico's Pizza and Subs. As a lot of people know, outside of radio, I do catering for public events, private events, and so this is one of them today.
Is it? Where's the what? The Creve Hall?
Yeah, it's the Crevewood Farmers Market. I call it the Creve Hall Farmers Market.
Okay.
But yeah, the address is 451 Hogan Road. First come, first serve. Would love for y'all to show up and show out.
How many pizzas are you going to make today?
Roughly between 30 to 50. So we'll see what happens.
How many are you prepared to make? How many can you make?
Right now, I have prepared 35, but I can make more.
Okay. All right. So you prepare. Where's the dough right now?
It's at the house.
Where's the marinara sauce?
It's at the house.
Okay.
So all this will start taking place while we're on the air. I have a group.
Yeah, you got some guys.
I have some people that are going to help me migrate over.
You got
that
some
area.
people over there trying to earn their wings in the business.
So it's not just pizzas I'm offering. It'll be pepperoni and cheese pizzas today, but also offering the family legacy of the meatball sub, which has been in basically over 40 years now. It's probably around 50 to 60-year-old recipe, all family made, all in-house.
Now you also got a muffaletta?
Muffaletta, yes.
Muffaletta?
Yes.
What is that?
It's an olive spread. You have like carrots, a little bit of celery, olives, olive oil. You know, Joe has olive oil. But no, it has capricola, superchata, a little bit of some salami, peppered salami.
That's a muffaletta?
Yeah, it's basically
a sandwich.
It is a sandwich. It's on a ciabatta bread, but it has an olive spread on it along with a lot of Italian cold cuts.
Okay.
It's very, very good.
So I said it incorrectly.
You said muffaletta, yeah.
I said muffaletta. That's right. Muffaletta.
Muffaletta is really
muffaletta.
Yeah, muffaletta.
All right.
And it's more of a New Orleans type, sandwich, but
okay.
Italians adopted.
Did you guys hijack any more trucks overnight?
No.
For contraband?
No.
No. Pay your money.
My olive oil that I get is from a friend of mine.
Walk into my house and Goodfellas is on. I'm like, what is this on? And somebody walks the corner. Hey, welcome home. I'm like, oh gosh.
Who's cutting the garlic with the razor blade?
No, what's going on there? All right, we'll take another break. Coming up at 1 o'clock, Andrew Grace and Six Pack Coverage will join us. What he's doing is fascinating in the world of sports and coverage and marketing, and it's just so cool. We'll talk to him at 1 o'clock and much more, right?
Can't wait. It's going to be a blast. Today's already been fun.
It's so much fun. This is the Chase and Big Joe show right here. On what stations? It's 102.5 The Game.
102.5 The Game, yes, sir.
All right. We'll see you, Red.
Back here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5 The Game at the beautiful Omni Nashville Hotel here at Ballons. A good crowd here eating some lunch, probably going to go bar hopping later on and enjoy the beautiful Nashville atmosphere. Obviously, we have the whole Alan Jackson final send-off concert this weekend downtown. So there's a lot of people down here for that probably. And the Nashville Cats are in session this weekend, right? Big old game out there in Clarksville.
Yeah, we have tickets to give away today.
We do have
We
tickets. Yes, sir, we do. So we'll give that away here pretty soon.
When do you want to do it?
At the end of the segment, probably.
Why? Okay.
Because it's top of the hour. It helps
So,
out.
okay, I like that.
Yeah.
You going up there Saturday to see the Nashville Cats play in Clarksville?
Maybe.
Taking on the Beaumont Rednecks.
Yep.
Rednecks. Beaumont something, whatever.
You got it. Yep.
I'm telling you guys, go to these games. It is so much fun. It's loud, and they're slamming the walls.
Beaumont Renegades.
Beaumont Renegades.
There you go.
So I got it almost correct.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
It's like tomato.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got that. So that'll be fun. That's Saturday, 4:00.
You and
Jake
Jake
Lyman and I on the TV call for this on Saturday.
TV. So you mean tell me people can see your face?
I hope not.
Oh, okay.
I don't like to be seen. You can watch the game, and we'll offer expert commentary that goes along with it. Our question today is: would you go up in a hot air balloon, or have you been skydiving? 615-737-1025. It's June, man.
Yeah.
Right? It's June. We try to just get you through June. Cab rides at the bar, have fun, laugh, and everything. So we'll do all that good stuff.
Indeed.
Yeah. What you been up to, man?
Oh, working as always.
Are you really excited about tonight's game?
I am. Yeah, I really would like to see them put up 4 or 5 goals, just because that to me shows that they can go a long way.
Why? How can soccer sustain this into July and August?
Basically, build off the momentum they have right now.
So that means USA's got to go far.
Semifinals.
Because I'm not watching Argentina versus England on World Cup Day on the 19th.
I'll tell you right now, England ain't getting that far.
Well, whomever.
If
If USA's not involved, I'm done.
That's fair. Ish. I don't know. If you see Norway in there, if you see Argentina, Germany, France, you'll be watching.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so.
No, you can't force me either.
I'm not going to force you, but the attraction of these star players like Kylian Mbappe, Ousmane Dembele, you will be drawn.
You just named Stevie Wonder's backup band.
No.
Hey, let me tell you this. All right, these guys are already popular.
Yeah.
And we don't care in America. We don't care.
Well, guess what?
Not in a bad way. It's just like I'd rather, I know more about Patrick Mahomes than I do my own family.
Joe, I'm going to treat you like a World Cup tourist right now. Okay, in the sense of World Cup tourists are starting to apologize to America because they didn't realize how great we had it. Right?
Yeah, beautiful. Like ranch, they discovered ranch.
Exactly.
Dressing.
And TSA now they're doing a little ranch packet. Don't sneak it into your
right.
They're going to make one for you. In the sense of soccer, give it a try. Kind of like baseball. Don't force yourself to eat the food. Sit down, take a small bite, enjoy it. If you don't like it, turn the TV off, go outside and cut the grass.
I'm not going to begrudge you if you love soccer.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just don't force me to watch it.
I'm not.
Because I'm not.
I'm not going to force you to watch it. I'm just saying give it a try.
If USA, as long as USA, I'll watch every second of tonight's game.
Yeah.
Because the USA is involved in it, and I think it's very cool. I think it's very cool.
That's fair. That's fair. I think semifinals for them is probably the ceiling.
Okay. Hope they go all the way just to rub in your face.
And no, I dude, as a red-blooded American, I pray and hope that this team goes all the way and wins the World Cup. That would be the greatest championship in country history. Sports-wise.
I do think that if the USA men make it to the World Cup final, that'll be the most watched TV event of all time, surpassing MASH, surpassing every Super Bowl.
WrestleMania.
It's not even up there. I'm going to stab you in the arm. It's not even close. It'll be the biggest watched event in American TV history. Not a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, I agree. It's just you look at soccer, and there's just so many more eyeballs in the world that want to watch that sport.
That's fine.
It's just
that's the world.
I agree.
That's the world.
And because of that, you look at this U.S. team right now. All these players, majority of them, are not playing in the MLS. They're playing overseas in countries that enjoy watching the sport. So they're going to be fans of that certain club of whoever Flo Balogun plays for, which is probably Monaco, or AC Milan fan like me that Christian Pulisic plays for. They're all going to be watching those certain players from each continent.
I used to work with a guy who was from England. I'm like, I don't get the obsession with soccer. He's like, you understand, we don't have college football.
Right.
And I was like, we don't have college basketball. I was like, you're exactly, because all we got is soccer and rugby. That's all I was like, oh, I get it. So I got it when he told me that, because we take college football and basketball for granted, because every fall it rolls around there. And then, we let a football team determine our mood for 3-4 months, and then we move on. And that was the thing. It's like, we don't have that overseas. I was like, all right, I get it.
Why do you think, going back, and whenever I mention darts, everybody kind of eye rolls me. But if you look at the darts crowd at a PDC tournament, those fans are dressed up like a
PDC?
Professional Darts Championship.
All right, just stop with the acronyms, man.
Sorry, that's just what it's called.
Okay.
Anyways, all these fans dress up like they're going to Halloween, and it's just a big old party. I think that's the coolest thing ever, because that means they're really embracing the atmosphere of the sport.
Laura's weighed in, said, Joe, hush your mouth. Vamos, Portugal. And I was like, you shush.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Why don't you like Portugal? What have they done to you?
They haven't done anything to me. Rafael Leao plays for them, and I think he's going to leave Milan. But minus that, they're a decent team. I mean, they beat Uzbekistan 5-0, but,
They beat Uzbekistan 5. That's 5-0.
5-0 for Americans, yes.
Right. I get it.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all.
So,
That's good. All right, well, good. So there you go, Laura. You got your shout out. Vamos, Portugal. That's Ronaldo, though, right?
It is Ronaldo. Scored a brace yesterday.
Scored what?
A brace. 2 goals.
Yeah, stop with this.
I'm trying to help you out with the vernacular.
You tell me he scored. I'm thinking he's hurt.
No, he's
got a brace.
He scored a brace, which means he scored 2 goals.
Do they say hat trick?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
There's a full list of, it goes all the way up to like a 9. I have to go back and look at it.
Oh, there's that many to do all that?
Yeah, it gets pretty funny. It gets pretty funny.
A brace, not just like 2 goals. So if they do a hat trick in soccer, you'll throw your hat. If there's a hat trick at Geodis Park, do you throw your hat down?
No, I think it's just more American culture.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more American culture.
All right.
Let's see here.
I find this really good.
Yeah, I'll find it in, let's see, in one game. Great radio here.
It's fantastic radio because it's June 25th. By the way, our next guest is showing up, Andrew Grayson.
Yes,
he'll join us here in about 10 minutes.
Okay, beautiful.
What's it called?
Just you have a 1 goal is just a goal, a brace is 2, 3 is a hat trick. But there's something for a 4, 5, 6. I think like they call it an octopus for 8. Like somebody that scored 8 goals.
Really? Why is that?
Because there's 8 tentacles on the octopus.
Oh,
so
I thought there was 5.
Joe, you're killing me, man. You're killing me.
Nobody has scored 8 goals in the game, right?
I beg to differ.
No. Nobody scored 4. How many Messi scored they? 3?
No, he scored 2.
I would like to be on the opposing team.
He scored 5 total. So in their 2 matches in the group stage, he scored all 5.
I still don't know why he's not double teamed every
Joe,
time he's on the
that
pitch.
second goal inside of AT&T Stadium, or Dallas Stadium as it's referred to. There were 4 guys on him. And he still scored.
Okay.
Make that make sense. You keep saying double team him. They quadruple teamed him. Like, come on now.
Not the way we do it here in America.
Yeah, that's what she said.
7640 says, darts are fun. Inspired me to set up my board a few months ago, so I appreciate the darts talk.
You're welcome.
764. You know what you should do on the weekend? I know you do a weekend huddle.
What's that?
Is it still called weekend huddle?
Yes, sir.
You and the Rifleman?
Yes.
Is Red Skeleton part of that?
Yes, sir, he is.
You should do a billiard segment.
Okay.
Pool.
Darts.
A lot of people play pool. A lot of people play darts.
Are you familiar with the professional pool player Minnesota Fats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He lived at the Hermitage Hotel.
He used to go to my grandparents' restaurant all the time.
Did he?
Yeah, he gave my uncle Anthony, I think, a pool stick. It's a Minnesota Fats pool stick.
Color of Money. That's Tom Cruise and Paul Newman was slightly on the Minnesota Fats.
Yeah.
Look at you, man. You're full of history.
Thank you.
You should do a whole bit. There you go, 764. More dark talk.
When we had it with Jay, Connor, and I, it was that. Like, whenever it was Frazier Files, I would always talk about NRL rugby, give an update on the standings. I'd always do PDC, Professional Darts Championship, how much of a fan I am of Luke Littler. By the way, Luke Littler and Luke Humphreys, they're number 1 and number 2 in the world. They won the World Darts Championship as a team for the World Cup.
Who smoked you at darts a few weeks ago, JoJo?
We weren't even really playing.
Oh, okay.
You grabbed my darts and started throwing at the board.
Yeah, and I did pretty well.
You
and
did.
I after 2 rounds, I had you beat. And you're like, my grandmother's gone. I got to go home. And he took your darts and you left. Pretty sad. All right, we'll take a break. Enough.
There's no video evidence of this. What are you talking about?
Because you know what happened.
No.
You got mad. I beat you in darts. Beat you at your own game.
I'm not a sore
loser.
loser.
The big dumb guy from Donaldson
no,
can do anything. Beat you at darts.
I'm not a sore loser. I will never be a sore loser. I'll accept.
How about
the loss.
this? Donaldson, darts, Dubin, Triple D.
Wow.
All right, we'll take a break. Come back. Andrew Grayson from Six Pack Coverage will join us. He's fascinating what this guy's doing in the world of sports. You'll absolutely love it. That's coming up next. We're live at the Omni Nashville Hotel down here at Ballons on 102.5 The Game. Back to the second hour of the Chase and Big Joe Show, live at the Omni Nashville Hotel downtown at Ballons. We appreciate all the interaction on our text line, 615-737-1025. Our question of the day, would you ever or have you ever been up in a hot air balloon? And that's a big no from Dr. Crane and myself. Chase McCabe is off today. It's his birthday. Chase is going on a little guy's trip up to Cleveland to watch baseball, and I'm so jealous of that. Chase, have a great time. Well, looking forward to this, though. This second hour, we love this guy. It's company's called Six Pack Coverage. And we're going to get you to explain about it, but they have this massive following on the socials, which is really cool. Andrew Grayson's with us. Andrew, welcome in. Now, what is your title? Your owner, creator? What are you?
Yeah, I wear like 17 different hats.
Right.
So judge, jury, executioner, CEO, founder. To start with that, that's probably most appropriate for what we do.
Explain Six Pack Coverage. I mean, you got like 700,000 followers on Instagram, millions of posts. You go to these college towns, tens of thousands of people show up. I mean, you're like a rock star for the college world. And I find every time you go on these road trips, it's fascinating to me. So what is Six Pack Coverage?
Yeah, in a nutshell, we're a sports media company. And that's what we wanted to start the company back during COVID. It's now grown to where we do these college tours. So during the fall, obviously the fall is the best time of the year just because of college football. We go typically Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 3 schools. We put on events, whether it's Clemson, Bloomington, we go to Lincoln, College Station, do these massive events with, the 18 to 25-year-old demographic. And we'll bring out artists. And so it's a way for us to, like I said, get our name out there. We've got interns, over 300 interns across the country running college pages for us. So it's a way for us to get to know them, meet them. So it's really been this kind of hodgepodge of sports media turned now college tours, college events, doing brand marketing for some brands. It's been fun. It's been just a kind of chaos ride the last 6-7 years.
I mean, how did this? We all want to do what you're doing. It's like, but we'll have like one follower. How did you cut through? How have you been so successful?
I don't have the best answer. I'd say it's just a lot of grit, putting my head down and working. Like the last year and a half, 2 years is really when we become popular in this space. And no one really talks about the first kind of 4 or 5 years of it where I'm living off chicken nuggets and ramen, 3 meals a day.
Right.
And it's like the cut scene in Rocky, that training scene in the movie is 90 seconds.
Right.
But, that was a period of months, if not years. And same with Six Pack. We were incompetent the first 4 years doing this, trying to see what's sticking. How can we be different from, a Barstool or any of these other kind of media companies? And we finally, the last 2 years, it's stuck with this college tour. I think that's the biggest thing because we're going to these towns. It's not just, hey, let me see who they are on social media. It's like, hey, we're going to be live from Norman on Thursday, like I said, College Station Saturday, and kind of that interaction over, the last 5 years kind of got us where we are.
But it's not one more for it. But it's not like 10 people show up. I mean, there are thousands that show up at your, probably tens of thousands. That was the goal. I get it, but you got to be looking like, man, this is woo, right?
Yeah, it became pretty much just we're drowning. Like I said, that's the best way to do it. It wasn't like this gradual, let's see how we do it. It worked right off the bat, and then we just kind of had to figure out how we're going to stick with it, how this is going to continue to grow. And then we really dominated the college space. We even had athletic directors reaching out to us saying, like, how do we do this for NIL events? When that was a big thing in the past couple of years before schools could just straight up pay players.
Right.
Yeah, we got involved and we'd help do this on an even larger scale where it's like, hey, we're having insert artist at the football field at a large Big Ten school. There's now 130,000 people there. So it's cool to see the growth of what we've done from, Joe below drinking 10 natties at a party that we're doing to, hey, we've got, 100,000 people doing a larger scale event.
Wow.
Andrew Grayson, Six Pack Coverage is with us. Andrew, when it comes to the content aspect of all this, like you mentioned, it was like throw it on the wall, see what sticks. When you get into the dry months of like outside of football, like right now, the June, the Julys, how do you find that content? Because you said you have college kids from all over the country just trying to figure out what they want to do. How do you find that right niche market to just buy into it?
Yeah, thankfully we've got a great team. I'm drowning every day. Like I can't take all the credit for it. So we've got guys that are diehard College World Series fans that live and breathe Omaha, so they've got content they can help us. That way, the summer is pretty dead in my opinion with sports. Like I love baseball, I love golf, but our vast audience, I feel like wants NFL, college football.
Yeah, they do.
It's like those that dry period. It's like, okay, what do we talk about? Is it rage bait? Do we post like, hey, what's the top 10 loudest stadiums? And we'll throw in like UNC Charlotte in there. Like, just get some entertaining stuff over the summer. But yeah, thankfully we've got a really good team that kind of helps contribute to these articles or posts.
I think that's such the beauty of just college football in the South, is that you can put out a list of top 10 quarterbacks since 2000, and you're going to create debate for as long as time. I think that's the beauty about just sports in general in the South.
Yeah, everyone thinks they've got their own opinion to it, and arguing, hey, Auburn's a louder stadium than Knoxville or Georgia, and so it's cool. We get a lot of angry fans in our DMs.
So the fandom in you said you went to Tennessee.
I did, yes.
Also went to Vandy.
I did.
So what happens now? Now Vandy's pretty darn good. You got Tennessee that's still in your back pocket. Where's your fandom?
Oh, I'm always loyal to the Vols.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm very anti-Vanderbilt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I went there, but I'm loyal to the checkerboard orange and white till I die. Yeah. So I mean, Vanderbilt did well in football. They beat us. Actually, it was, I guess, the last game of the season in November. I went to it.
In Knoxville?
In Knoxville, yeah. It's fun. Took my fiance, her first ever SEC game, took her to that game thinking, like, hey, might actually get a good win out of it, that kind of thing. And I think we lost by like 20 points.
I think Pavia's still running.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
And it was fun. We were in the section next to his family, and so that was a whole ordeal. Watching 15 cops kick them out. It was
it's a rowdy crowd.
That was the most entertaining probably night, or I guess part of that whole game.
I guess sticking with the Tennessee topic, for you getting into the sports industry of all this, when it comes to communications and radio and podcasts and whatever it may be, being a Tennessee fan, did that kindle your fire of wanting to start something like this?
Probably a little bit, yeah. If I dove into it, because I mean, I've been a Vols fan since I was little, and
right.
I feel like from what youngest I can remember, like 2003, going to my first game till like before Heupel got there, it's like you didn't want to say you were a Vols fan. We had Dooley, we had Butch Jones. It was all this just like, maybe 6 and 6 years. And so I think that fuel of still being a Vols fan, obviously going to college in Knoxville helped. But yeah, that's helped kind of fuel this, I guess, inner sports fandom that I have. And I grew up in a heavy sports household too. So I think plays a part in it as well.
Dude, all right. So Andrew Grayson with a six-pack coverage. You can follow him on Instagram, 80,000 billion followers on there. I followed your page back 2 years ago. I was like, this is really cool because I love college football and I love what you guys are doing. And you sent me a note and says, hey, we have a connection. And I was like, what?
Yep.
So explain our connection that I had no idea existed, but you got the video of this.
Yeah, I remember that like it was yesterday. Yeah, it was like January of 2018. I was up in Boston doing some research. So when I was at Vanderbilt, I went there for obviously healthcare.
Sure.
I was up there doing research on CTE and saw you across the street from I think I was coming out of a bar or something. And
yeah, we're right next to Fenway Park.
Yeah. And you and the Titans and Patriots were playing, I guess, or maybe the night before or something they were playing.
Right.
You were doing a story up there, and I recognized you growing up watching you. And so
get out of
I
here.
sprint across there, and like I'm wearing a pea coat. I've had 7 beers across the street.
Right.
And I was just like, I know you. I was like, I'm from Franklin, Tennessee. My name's Andrew. I was like, can we talk? And I hopped on there. And what's hilarious is I'm not a Titans fan, but I was so determined to talk to you and get on. I was like, I love the Titans. I'll talk about anything
you
want.
made the cut.
And I was just like, all right, I'm here in the streets of Boston. And it was awesome. I still have the interview. All my friends recorded it. So
yeah,
that was, I mean, almost a decade ago
That's
now.
right. 8 years ago it was. I mean, it was crazy. You sent me that video. I'm like, I remember that because we needed content for the news.
Yeah.
And we were getting close to deadline, and there you were. And we got lucky with you, man.
It was
we ran
a wild time.
Right.
Yeah. Just ran up and was like, can I please come on? And I was like, I'll talk about sports. And wasn't even there for the game. Didn't go. Flew home the next morning. But yeah, was up there for a completely different reason. And then, obviously stayed connected through social media with you, 8 years later.
Yeah, you sent me the video, and I was like, what in the world? So I was like,
wild.
what? And then I had no idea you were six-pack cover. I had no idea because I'm watching and seeing all the content, read the stories. It was great. And then you sent me the connection.
Yeah.
Small world, man.
It's wild how it works out with 1,000 miles away, whatever that was.
It is, yeah.
So,
wow, that's 8 years
But you know what? He now joins the group of people around our age that watched you on television. In a good way. In a good way.
It makes me feel really old. But it's a good old, right? It's a good old.
Right.
All right, we'll take our first break. Andrew Grayson from Six Pack Coverage is with us. We'll get to talk a lot of college football today. And, again, fascinated about the work that you're doing out there. And it's Nashville. Are you Nashville-based, per se? Or is it Franklin?
Yeah, Nashville-based.
Nashville-based. So we'll talk more with Andrew right here. This is the Chase and Big Joe Show, 102.5 The Game.
Love it. Little Michael Jackson return. Back here on the Chase and Big Joe Show. 102.5 The Game down here at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Beautiful day out here at Ballons. Come by, grab a bite to eat. Got a nice crowd out here eating before they go downtown, bar hopping, as we all like to do down here at Grayson, right? Andrew Grayson, excuse me, with six-pack coverage is with us here on the Chase and Big Joe Show, continuing the wonderful conversation. We were kind of chatting off the air about just favorite NFL teams. You're not a Titans fan.
Not a Titans fan at all. Even if they do well, I'm not gonna claim that I've been a fan.
Wow.
Born and raised here the last 32 years. I've never really liked them.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, looking at what they have right now, it seems like they have some promise. Little Cam Ward action, little Carnell Tate.
Yeah, I like Cam Ward. You know, if they do well, I'm not gonna be pissed off about it. But
Sure.
At the same time, I'm not gonna I'm not going out buying jerseys or like watching that noon kickoff every Sunday for him.
So we were having the conversation this past week, it was on Monday. Chase was in the office along with Joe, and we were having the conversation about 11 a.m. kickoffs. You a fan, not a fan?
I wasn't a fan growing up. I always loved the 2:30 CBS kickoff.
Right.
The intro music, the best game of the week. But being a Vols fan, I feel like we always get really crummy times.
Snubbed.
Yeah. So like in college, when I was in Knoxville, we had, an ungodly amount of I guess it was noon because it's Eastern time. And so it was wake up at 7 o'clock in the frat house, start pounding coffees and beers, and walk over to Neyland at 11 o'clock. So I don't hate them probably as much as the other person does, because I can get up, get some work done, watch game day, and it's like, all right, let's roll into Tennessee. But it's always like a bad team, like Tennessee and Akron or something.
Or when it's an SEC matchup, it's like Tennessee, Missouri.
Yeah.
Something along Tennessee, Arkansas.
Exactly.
Just
yeah.
an absolute dumpster fire of a game. I grew up not really a specific team, but like once I got to about 12, 13 years old, my brother went to Mississippi State. I was like, all right, I'm Stark Vegas through and through. Dak Prescott is now the prodigal son of Starkville, Mississippi. He's just that guy.
Yeah, they were number one. It was like 2014.
Correct.
Right. It was like the first years that the playoff was coming out, right?
Smart man right there.
Yes, sir.
So I know a little bit of ball. Yeah.
He knows what he's talking about.
They beat Auburn on that Saturday. I was at that game.
We talked about that yesterday.
We did. It keeps coming up. It's one of those memorable moments when you get a cowbell thrown at you along with a coffee mug. You're going to remember that to the day you die, right?
As Andrew Grayson's with us, as a Tennessee fan, does it, and I love asking Tennessee fans this, does it annoy you in a good, funny way when Vanderbilt's good? Because I think it annoys Tennessee fans when Vanderbilt is good. Because a lot of you Vol fans don't want to acknowledge when Vandy's good.
Right.
And I get it, but it's a fun game, but under the skin just a little bit.
I'd say it irks a little bit because Vandy's always little brother.
Right.
I mean, we've won like 90% of the time. I don't mind that Vandy's good. I think it's just the Pavia era that came with like, oh, we can beat everybody now. That's what I mean, that's only happened once. Like Vandy's beat Tennessee, once or twice, maybe the last decade. But I think it's the cockiness and the arrogance of like, oh, we're going to run the table on everyone just because we beat Tennessee. And so I don't mind it. Like I grew up going to Vandy basketball games. And so like I've seen the, Tennessee take down Vandy or Vandy take down Tennessee for it. So it doesn't get under my skin as much as maybe some others.
I love it when the Vols won the national title in 24 in baseball. Vandy fans and Vol fans were going. It's funny, Vol fans were just going at Vandy fans.
Yeah.
Like, not so, hey, we won that World Series, but like, take that. And like, well, we've won too. And it was just this great debate on social media between you guys and Vandy fans.
Right. Yeah, because I think Vandy dominated SEC baseball like my entire childhood up until like I left for college.
Right.
Yeah.
Like they were, I can't remember what the coach's name
Tim
was.
Corbin.
That's right. I was
Still
going
there.
to say Kevin Stallings, but I think that was basketball.
Basketball, yeah.
Yeah, because
dominating that too.
they went to Omaha, I feel like, every other year growing up.
Yeah.
And then, how many times they've won it?
They've won 2, and they've been in the finals 4. Yeah. So
Okay.
done that.
Yeah, it wasn't uncommon for, Vandy to go. But yeah, I mean, I lost it when Tennessee won in 24. Sorry, my fiance's family came down, was meeting all of them. We went to this like bar in downtown Franklin. And for the first half of the dinner, I didn't even acknowledge. Like I went to the bar and watched it. I think we were playing A&M. I think we were playing Texas A&M maybe
For the title?
Yeah, for the title game.
Yep.
Yeah, and so for the whole game, pretty much just sat at the bar with a bunch of Vols fans watching it while my family, my fiance's family were, getting to know each other, that kind of thing. And I was like, I'm sorry, I can't do this for like 45 minutes. I was like, I'll be in a great mood potentially in like an hour, but so I remember that easily.
When you take the road trips with six-pack coverage, I remember you went to Bloomington and thousands and thousands showed up there. The first time you did an event like that, when that many people showed up, were you like, we got something working here?
Yeah. So August of 2024 was our big one, where I think we had like 5,200 people kind of clock in. And I remember being in a panic of like, we don't have enough security. We're going to get the stage bum rushed on us. I was
Where
like,
were
we were in Knoxville.
Okay.
So we're on home turf, thankfully. So we had a lot of connections there, but that was the first kind of fire of like, okay, I think this is a path we can run with. And thankfully it's paid off for us. But that was the first moment of just like, oh my God, what are we doing?
Yeah. You do these road trips. It's like Knoxville, then you'll be in Columbus, and then Happy Valley. I mean, all these are places that go in there. Who arranges logistic wise? Is that you?
Unfortunately, me. Yeah. Yeah. And I'll take the credit sometimes where it's like, oh, we only have a 2-hour drive from Knoxville to Clemson. And then other times routing, it's like we're going, State College down to FSU. And it's like, Andrew, what were you thinking in June planning that for the show in November? And it's like, how are we going to do that? So, and we've got a great team, and we load up on our Benadryl and coffee and, like I said, hit the road in the vans and just haul it to the next city.
And now these bands and artists are discovering you, and they come do concerts. And then, I mean, you've taken this to a whole nother level.
Yeah, we've gotten to the point now where like Nashville music labels reach out. It's like, hey, we've got up and coming, Joe Blow wants to, get his following up and get a presence in the college market. Can you throw him on 30 cities this fall and throw him on all your social? So it's now grown to not just us going to visit and checking out the bar scene and talking shop with football. It's like, okay, we can market this. We're bringing brands involved. We're getting music labels just because we have this insane reach. We need to do something with it and do something positive.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Is this what you envisioned when you started that? And then you're eating ramen noodles? I mean,
no, not at all. I mean, I was still doing healthcare. I was going like 12 hours a day working, coming home. I started this in my parents' house, like in my childhood closet.
I'll say basement. Okay.
I just say garage. Yeah,
should have said basement. Yeah. And this tiny little like 3x3 closet, and had a website, and it was like, okay, maybe we just write articles and I give my opinions and we'll stir the pot. And then that started growing because I had a podcast with Albert Hainsworth, the old Titans guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe we can run with this. And then it's like, okay, that's not working. And just over time kind of building it. And I thought it was just going to be let me make some posts, kind of compete with Barstool. That was the goal at the beginning. Like, let me try to be this next Barstool Sports. And thankfully now we've gotten to a point where like Portnoy calls us a baby Barstool. And it's like we're on their radar. So I kind of classify ourselves like we're second on the mountain. No one's ever going to take Barstool in terms of like college sports media.
Sure.
I don't think anybody's going to come close to us. And there's 15 under us that I could sit here and list off. But I never envisioned it getting this far. I mean, we've got beer companies, casinos, coffees, energy drinks. I've met every exec in Nashville and music labels trying to. I mean, I probably shouldn't say it. I can tell y'all after, but like a lot of artists that who they are now started and came with us on these tours when they were nobodies.
That's
fantastic. Or maybe not nobodies. Maybe that's not the professional way to say it. Up and coming.
Up and coming. There you go.
Yeah, we'll keep it professional.
There you go.
Yeah. So I guess going through your Rolodex of people that you've contacted, who's the most notable on your list?
I'd say notable and favorites, probably Zach Top.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been my favorite, I guess, on the music side. I mean, we've met a lot of cool athletes, and I really like Waka Flocka, believe it or not, like the old rapper. Like, I grew up listening to him. Super nice guy. Johnny Manziel, I really liked him.
I'm fascinated because that obviously is the era. You're 33, I'm 27. We're around the same age. That's the era that we kind of grew up in, the Money Manziel era. Yeah. I feel like that's, to me, I don't know if this is what kindled the whole six-pack coverage, but I feel like that is the right tempo for a guy like Johnny Manziel.
Right. Yeah, I mean, what was that, like 2012, I think? Yep. It was my senior year of high school. It's like Money Manziel was coming out. He was flying to clubs night before games. And as an 18-year-old college football obsessor, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And now, a decade later, obviously he's not in the NFL, but like meeting somebody like that was like, bro, I was obsessed with you for like 3 years when you were at A&M. So like stuff like that may not be pertinent to someone younger than us, but thankfully, I've gotten to meet some cool athletes like that from our generation.
That's fantastic. Yeah, just the whole Money Manziel era. It's now stemmed into other stuff. Like you go back and look at Drew Lock, who has kind of had his own little version of Money Manziel. Like it's every single athlete in that sense has had their own, I guess, calling card, their own little key thing that's made them who they are. Like if you go back and look at Cam Newton at Auburn, like he had his whole 6'6", 250, nobody can hit me type thing.
2011
era.
Yeah.
So like I think the mid 2010s up to like 2020, that was like the prime college football quarterback conversation for anybody.
Yeah, I mean the SEC dominated in it. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Tim Tebow was, I guess, finishing up then because I think he was like 08, 09. But yeah, that's a good point.
So when it comes to college football now, you being a Tennessee fan, the quarterback conversation is a hot topic. Faison Brandon, George McIntyre. Where do you lie with all this? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Like, where are you feeling here?
I mean, it's a coin flip in my opinion. Yeah, I think Vegas released the odds. I think it's 7.5 is our win total. I think we're going to struggle to get to that 7.
Ouch.
Just not having a quarterback in 2 months before game time. We've got a great schedule though too. Like if you're a college football fan, it's great, but from a win total and a success of the program, I think it's gonna be a little rough to watch.
So what does that mean for Josh Heupel? I remember hearing Paul Feinbaum come on our airwaves last year and saying Heupel's job's not on the hot seat yet. But to me, when I heard that, I was thinking if they go 7-5 the following year, you got to be.
Who are you going to get? Who are you going to get? Tell me who you're going to get better than Heupel.
I'm just saying, if you go 7-5,
tell me.
I feel like Tennessee fans would be in an uproar, right?
They will, but I think most Tennessee fans also are incompetent sometimes. And it's like, okay, cool, go fire him. But yeah, to your point, who are we getting now?
Yeah,
it's like there's nobody out there on the market I think could do better than him.
Do you want the OC from Arizona State? I don't know who that is. I mean, you don't want an OC coming in and not. You want an established head coach. So does everybody.
Well, yeah, a guy. We did that with Derek Dooley. He was at Louisiana Tech or Lafayette, and we're like, oh, he's going to crush the SEC because he did well there. And that was a dumpster fire of 6-6 orange pants.
But I blame Kiffin for that because he left in late in late January or mid to late January.
Yeah.
So I blame him for all that.
Yeah, going back to USC.
Yeah, going back to USC. When you plan out, if like you got a big week, it's say Tennessee, Texas weekend. You are a 6-pack coverage. You're going to go up there, do everything. Is it like, oh God, here comes game day? Does that factor? I know you can't because you don't know where they're going,
right?
But does that like take a little bit of the steam away from you a little bit?
I like it. Yeah, I mean, obviously it takes away some fans because I don't blame. I'd rather go see Herb Street and whatever his face is, Saban and Pat McAfee.
Yeah.
I'd rather go see them than myself and a bunch of hooligans talking. And I don't blame. And I grew up being obsessed with game day. Like that was 8 a.m. religion in the Grayson household growing up. Is we'd watch that, go do yard work, and then the 2:30 SEC games. Like I don't get offended by it. Like there's been sometimes they have been there, and like I go sneak off and we'll try to catch a glimpse of it or before our stuff starts because they're early in the morning. A lot of our stuff is usually at night. Like we'll do a small kind of pregame tailgate, but then the big event is post game. Typically not start until like 9 o'clock. Sure. So if people can make it that long during the day, drinking all day and whatnot, that's when kind of our fun starts.
Oh my goodness! Andrew Grayson's with a 6-pack coverage. Follow on Instagram. You'll love it. The content is fantastic. Vandy fans are a little annoyed by you. I love this.
Love it.
And there's one right there.
Boy.
There's one right there. Andrew Grayson's with us. We got more with Andrew coming here on the show. This is Chasing Big Joe show right here on 102.5 The Game. Back to the Chase and Big Joe show live at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Bar lines.
Whoa.
Yep.
Do you hear the jingle?
I do. But I need more from Andrew Grayson.
It's a great jingle.
He has to hear the jingle, man. You can't go interrupt the jingle.
Who interrupted the Jason Aldean song last week when we were just getting to the crescendo? And you're like, here's doodle doodle. I'm like, how would you speak over
not
that?
talking about that.
We're not. Chase McCabe off day. It's his birthday. When you look at your Instagram followers, I mean, again, I'm just fascinated because we all wanted to do what you're doing, and 99% of us failed. You're the 1% that broke through, so you're still kind of living a little dream, I think, right?
Partially, it's a dream now that we're making money. It wasn't for the first, several years, like you talked about, eating ramen and chicken nuggets and not going out, sacrificing going to UT games. It was literally hanging out with my dog 12 hours a day working, trying to make merch, trying to make a website. And no one saw that part. That was the, keep your head down for like literally almost 5 years. Wow. And then now the last year and a half, 2 years, it's like, holy cow. It's like, can we come work for you? Look what you've done. It's just like, that's great. But there was a lot in the beginning.
Yeah.
No one wanted to be part of.
What's the line? Everybody's jealous of you, but nobody's jealous of how you got there.
Right? Yeah.
Through all that.
That is to a T.
When did you know, was there like welcome to the NFL moment for a lot of players? What was your moment you're like, we got something?
Probably like last year, to be honest, like the summer of 2025, we started getting approached by brands that like national brands that were willing to pretty much give us a blank check. And again, we weren't making any money the first like 4 years. Like when we were scraping nickels together. Wow. And then last year we had several brands come in that were just like, hey, we heard about you through XYZ. And I mean, suddenly it wasn't crazy money, but like to me, of like, oh, I've made $50K in 4 years, and now there's a brand's like, hey, yeah, we'll give you that to work with you for a month. I'm like trying not to pass out. So that was the moment of like, okay, we're now seeing recognition from not only just college kids in our audience, but bigger brands, all these people that want to invest in, hey, we see the concept, we see what you're trying to do on the mountain, take down other companies, be different. Let's invest in that and get on board.
Right. This year, 26 is going to be, I'm assuming, a huge year for you. You guys just do college, right? I mean, I know the answer, but for our viewers or listeners, you're stuck to the college game, right? I mean, basketball, football, and all that, right?
Right. Yeah. Our demo's 18 to 30, and like obviously doing these college tours, there's only college kids in attendance. But our demo, we really wanted to get that 18 to 30-year-old kind of mark, because I guess I'm not even in that mark anymore, but I was when I started it. But I feel like that's a great mix to getting people on board. There's a lot of different opinions. This new generation loves to think their opinion matters the most, so it creates a lot of good tension, like I said, a lot of good debates on social media.
So you've been all over the country for colleges or college football. What's the most underrated spot that you like, and you put your Tennessee fandom aside, that you're like, this place is pretty cool? For me, it was Kentucky. Something about Lexington. Every time I go up there to a party or event, I'm like, I didn't know this was going on in Lexington, Kentucky. I always love going to Kentucky. Is there a school like that for you?
Yeah, mine's Penn State. Yeah, I love going up there. I think it's a mix of like the whole school and town is in a valley, obviously.
Right.
And all of the like fraternity houses and the buildings, they look like something out of the world of Harry Potter. It's so cool. And like I was a big Harry Potter nerd growing up. So it's all like the buildings are beautiful. Obviously the stadium's massive.
Right.
Probably top 10 in terms of capacity, but it was very underrated. And so we tried to go back there as much as we can. Just, stinks it's like a 12-hour drive from Nashville. But that's been my favorite outside of Knoxville. Maybe College Station too. Really like going out there. Kyle Field's great. There's nothing in that town. It's just like a desert, and then you pull up, and it's just, a million people there. So I'd say probably Penn State takes the cake, though.
So
that's cool.
When you guys travel to each, college, university, and you have your caravans, how many people go on those caravans with you? Is it multiple cars, or how are we doing? How we travel?
Yes, we have 3 12-passenger vans, and take all the seats out of all of them and throw all the gear in them, like subs, speakers, LED walls, microphones, all this stuff. And sometimes we even get crews in the cities just to come provide kind of some extra assistance if we can't fit it all in there. I mean, we've had guys laying on subs trying to sleep in these cars, and we pack a lot in this. But I mean, it works. It works till it doesn't. We'll put it that way.
Where do you go from here? I mean, I know you're grateful for your success and you love all that's going on and you're very appreciative of everything. But is there a next level for you guys?
For me, it's stepping back and trying to buy my time back running a business. And I think the events, like, we don't have enough manpower to run them. I mean, we could do 150 events in the fall alone.
Wow.
We just don't have the production gear, the manpower to do it. We're now in a spot where we've got brands coming to us, so we're now getting the luxury of we can pick and choose who we want to work with, as opposed to it was, here's Grandma Sue's brownie company. It's like, all right, it's that or nothing. We have to work with them.
Grandma.
And so now it's trying to figure out, like, do we go the media side and really keep investing there? Do we go on the live event side, or is it kind of 50-50 both? So we've got it's all great problems to have. It's just trying to figure out what's the best angle for the future of Six Pack.
Right. We spend, Nick and I and Chase do spend an inordinate amount of time talking about the NIL and conference expansion. But at the core, I mean, anytime we just talk college football, right? And you love college football. We love college football. I think it's the greatest sport on the planet. That's just me. And you travel every weekend and see the fan base, the pomp and circumstance. I mean, you're like living a dream you had as a kid.
Yeah, I mean, my dream growing up, I wanted to be Kirk Herbstreit. I think he's the most fascinating guy in the world. He's getting flown out to, Arkansas and Missouri and Fayetteville on Saturday. The next week he's Penn State, Michigan. I was like, how do I do that?
Yeah, right.
But obviously it's a 1 in a billion dream. And I went the healthcare route. Now, thankfully, the last 5-6 years, it's like, okay, I'm getting to this, not Herbstreit era. Like, I put him on a pedestal. I think he's such a great guy. But it's like, we're now going to somewhat live this of like, hey, we're seeing, like I said, Penn State, Michigan. The night before, we were tailgating for, Clemson, Florida State. So we're going to see a smaller version of it, but still getting to get that just college feel. And like I said, I'm 32, but I love going to these college towns. Like, I didn't do it a whole lot when growing up or when I was in college. I just spent all my time drinking and hanging out at the library. And so now it's like, oh, I get to go to Starkville. I get to go to College Station, Tuscaloosa, that kind of thing.
So going back to the origin of all Six Pack coverage, everybody has a biggest fan. Everybody has their Robin to their Batman. Who is the Robin to your Batman in this sense? And I assume your parents, when you told them that I'm starting this company, like, maybe you're going to need some backing. Like, what was that conversation like?
Yeah, my dad, I don't think was that excited about it. I think he showed a good face, but was just like, you're leaving healthcare. People are always going to get sick. That is a growing business. You're throwing away a lot of money. I think my mom was more receptive of like, go get him, honey. You can do it. Like that kind of thing. And I think full circle, like when I bought my place in Franklin, they were like, oh, this little passion project's like, you're actually making some coin doing this. Yeah. And so I think that was the recognition there. It's funny growing up, like my grandfather and I, or not growing up, when I started Six Pack, my grandfather and I wrote letters during COVID. And because like everyone says they want to start a business and it's like, oh, we're going to give you all this success, but then that dies in 6 months. And it's like, okay, do you have the discipline to keep going and keep building this? So it's funny. Like my grandfather and I wrote letters back and forth because everybody else is just all noise. Just like, oh, good luck. It's going to be another bar stool or it's not going to make it. You'll go back to healthcare, and including my dad was the same way. So I think my grandfather's kind of my partner in crime of like, I wanted to go in healthcare because of him. He's a pharmacist in Johnson City. And when he retired, he was like, hey, I've been in your shoes. I've done the 22 hours in a row running off coffee. And like, so that was my motivation during those tough years of like, hey, I'm making $8,000 a year living at home. Like I said, chicken nuggets and ramen, literally every meal. So it was a rough time, but I'd say that was kind of my partner in crime that's been there since day one.
I think what you're doing, Andrew Grayson, Six Pack Coverage is with us. Everybody wants to live their dream, right? I mean, I dabbled in the corporate world for 6 months and I hated it every second of it. And a friend of mine said, Joe, you need to get back to what you love. And what I love was football. And I was lucky enough to get with him and Chase and 102.5 The Game. Is this your love?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you can get paid and make money doing something you love, like that's the old cliche, but it's like we make money with brands that we like. We're going to Knoxville, these cool SEC towns. We've gone to, random like Elon in North Carolina.
Yeah.
We've gone to, I mean, there's a list of just D2, D3, whatever. I mean, Elon maybe D1. I don't even know. But yeah, we're now in a point where it's like, it's cool from the outside of like, wow, you're living the dream. You're going to these schools. But to me, it's like, okay, those first 4 years, it's now paid off for the amount of success we're getting. We're able to now, like, we've got payroll, we've got a staff. It's just like this grew into something we never thought that I never thought would actually turn into anything more than just a passion project in my childhood closet.
Let me ask you that 20 years ago, could you have succeeded doing this? There's no Facebook.
No, not at all.
Very little Twitter.
Oh, no. I mean, Barstool did that. That's how they
Paper.
A lot of those early years, I looked and I was like, how did guys like Dave build this? And it was going and writing articles and giving them out on the subway. And he didn't have social media. I don't even know when Instagram that came out, maybe like 2012-ish or something.
Like that.
Yeah, I mean, that's how we've built 80-90% of where we are.
Great.
And it's fun. Like, I hate Instagram. Like, thankfully we've got other people that help run the pages. But
right. It's consuming.
There's no way we could have done it. Back then.
I think it's great. One more segment with Andrew Grayson. We'll take another break. 6-pack coverage. Follow him on Instagram. It's fascinating. They do great. If you love college sports, you need to follow them. Back with more with Andrew and Dr. Crane live at the Omni National Hotel right on 102.5 The Game. Big Joe Show live at the Omni National Hotel. Dr. Crane with me. Chase McCabe's birthday. He's off. Andrew Grayson, 6-pack coverage based right here in Middle Tennessee is our guest this hour. Fascinated about what all they do. Who's your favorite player of all time? If you say this one guy's name, I'm kicking you off the stage. College football player of all time.
I'm not saying Peyton.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't
Don't say
Peyton.
that.
I can't say that. That's way too
Easy?
That's way too easy. I would say probably Matthew Stafford.
Ooh.
I loved watching Matthew Stafford growing up.
Right.
At Georgia. Sean Marino.
Yeah.
Like that was a dynamic duo. Like the 2006 era that remember they went to the Sugar Bowl against Hawaii, and Hawaii was like 13-0, and they spanked them. They won like 41-6. And so I'd say outside of because I also didn't watch Peyton. I was 4.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't spell SEC. And so it's like I got to root for something. So I guess because Tennessee was awful during those early 2000s, the Casey Clausen era. And so I gravitated toward like Matthew Stafford, Tim Tebow. I loved watching those guys play.
But I think you make a good point. I think Casey Clausen's very underrated because he only beat Florida, right?
Yeah.
I mean, before last year, whatever it was, the Tennessee quarterback hadn't beaten Florida in forever, and he beat him twice in the Swamp.
That's true. Yeah, I give him a little bit of credit.
I'll give him that. It's just funny because my favorite player all the time, I love Dale Jones, way before you guys, 80s linebacker, Knoxville, 5'11", 230, but he just dominated. So I fell in love with guys like that. I didn't care what they were going to do in the pros. That doesn't matter to me. But in college, Dale Jones, and then you throw a Bo Jackson in there, Bill Bates. I mean, those were guys that, if they walked in right now, I'd be starstruck. I don't care what an NFL player does.
Yeah.
But those guys to me were heavenly.
during those 4 years at
Right.
wherever they played. Yeah.
Yeah. So Stafford's funny. A lot of people forget he went to Georgia.
Yeah, he's a Georgia boy. Yep. Yes, I'd say he's probably my favorite to watch just because, like I said, you can't say Peyton, but we didn't grow up watching him. So, yeah, Stafford, Tim Tebow, like the first quarterback. I think he broke the single season rushing record by Herschel Walker. He had like
Crazy.
50 during his career or something. It's like I actually didn't like him at first because like quarterbacks shouldn't score touchdowns. They shouldn't be rushing. But
They should be throwing the ball, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'd say that kind of dynamic duo.
Yeah. How do you feel about Butch Jones?
Brick by brick.
Yeah, I'd say God, that stupid 3-letter phrase was ingrained, I guess, in all Tennessee fans. Like, I know we went 2-12, but brick by brick.
Yeah,
and it's
right.
like you've been saying that 5 years, man.
I know he was done in the 2017 season. He blamed the media for all the problems in Knoxville. I was like, he's done.
Yeah.
Once you start blaming the media for the problems within your own program, you're done. Then you get Pruitt. I was the Pruitt for you.
Oh, yeah, because he was DC of Alabama, right?
Right.
Was a PE teacher, McDonald bags. Yep.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Because that was, what would that have been, like 18
through
to
20.
20-ish? Yeah. Yeah, because I didn't watch a lot of football during that time because I was at Vandy.
Right.
And, I was –
Not much to watch there.
Yeah, I was cracked out on coffee and Monster Energy 24/7 steady, and so I was also living at home. So I remember I didn't get a lot of that era just because like my whole time was literally steadying. Like I probably couldn't tell you much about those 2 years in college football.
You've missed nothing. All right, so Heupel comes in 21, and we talked earlier about Heupel being there. Did he peak too early with the 22 season, going to the Orange Bowl, and then everything else went on?
That's right, beating Clemson, and it was Hooker. Wasn't the Hendon Hookers?
It was his year because
right?
then Joe Milton had the glorious Orange Bowl.
Yeah, that's right. I don't want to say peaked, but I think it set a standard way too high for Tennessee fans because I think half of Tennessee fans don't really understand college football. And it's like, 10-2 the first year, we're going to do that as the basement for his whole tenure, not knowing like, hey, I think we got a really great year and we're going to have, 2 or 3 kind of slop years. But I mean, they weren't even like slop in my opinion, but there were a couple games we obviously should have won to have a better record. But I don't want to say peaked. I think a lot depends on kind of this year, like we talked about earlier, to truly say, did he peak in that first year or has it been declining ever since?
I think the SEC caught up to him in his system because when he came into the SEC, everybody's like, oh my goodness, this offense, it's like 5 seconds per in between each play. I'm like, this is crazy to watch.
It was UCF?
Yes.
Did he come there before?
Yes. So, like, it was tough to really look at how he played his offense because nobody could really catch up to it. But then a year underneath his belt, everyone was like, all right, we got this.
Everyone learned. Yeah. Because I think it was like Oregon may have been the fastest offense, and then UCF was 2. And there's an average of like 4.8 seconds.
I love it.
And so it's like, yeah, you're going to dominate. Like, everyone's like, what are we doing? It's like, we can't even get a play. So, that's a good question. I think you ask 10 Tennessee fans, you may get 10 different answers on whether he peaked or not.
What's the most – I know you put your Tennessee love aside. What's the most passionate college football fan base, in your opinion, that you've seen at these massive events you hold?
Oh, man. Like any conference?
Any conference.
Oh, probably A&M. We went to a game at Kyle Field, got to go out on the field beforehand and with Jimbo Fisher. I think it was his last year. there. So we got to go out, and like those fans were, they were better than Tennessee fans. I mean, it was electric. And I don't know, maybe because they've got a bigger stadium, it was surreal taking it all in. But I think that fan base, at least just from what I've seen, I don't think any could top that.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I mean, I had a friend of mine I played high school ball with was under Mike Elko's staff. He's now, I think, the GM up at Ohio.
Okay.
But he said the same thing. Just that atmosphere at Kyle Field is just
the 12th man.
It takes you back, right? It's crazy.
Where do you want to go? Where have you not been that you'd like to go this year or soon?
Would love to go to Eugene. Would love to go up to Oregon. I think that'd be cool. Or even like Washington. Like I know they did game day there last year, 2 years ago, and like the set they had was right by the water, the lake, and the mountains. I was like, that looks beautiful. Like I'm an Eagle Scout. I'm an outdoors guy at heart.
Yeah.
So I was like, Eugene, or I don't even know where Washington's campus is, what the town.
Yeah, it's out right outside
Seattle.
Seattle.
It is. Okay.
Yep.
I'd say those two, that Pacific Northwest, would be unreal to see a game at.
So getting back to the logistics of things, because you said you kind of schedule it all during like June, July. If you were to go out to Eugene, how do you know where you're going to set up at on campus or around campus? Is it just specifically around the frats? Is that kind of how you do your logistics there, or what?
It's good old Google Earth. And we look and it's like, hey, this looks good, this place. And then we start calling the schools, the Greek life of like, hey, if we want to go here, how many permits or do we need? Do we go here?
Permits.
Is it, hey, you just need X amount of security? And some are obviously a little better than others, depending on if we went up there. Like, I have no idea what kind of crowd we draw. We could draw, 3 people and a bag of goldfish, or we could draw 30,000 people. And so it's hard to game plan some of those that we've never been to.
How do you don't answer specifically, but have you been turned down by a school that says here's too much partying here?
Oh yeah. I'd say half the time we do.
Do you really? So do you find something off campus close to that?
It depends. We did that early on, and then we started causing some ruckus with the university specifically doing that. And then it's funny, the universities will reach out, or like athletic departments. And we got one, I think it was Michigan. We did something there, and there were like 6,000 people.
Holy cow.
And the school took notice of it, and like we didn't get any legal trouble, but they wanted to shut down. But then the next year, the school invited us back, and we're like, hey, we see what you did there. Let's do something on a large scale. And that helped us get into like the NIL space, working with some schools of just like, hey, we can draw out a lot of people. And the school's like, oh, we can use that to make money and to pay players. And so that was a whole nother kind of venture we went down to.
Yeah, we spoke about that in one of the breaks. If you don't mind sharing that, if not, don't worry about it. But how did that all work logistically, the NIL realm of it all?
Yeah, so I'll tell you off camera the schools, but schools couldn't directly pay the players. And so there was this loophole of how do essentially the schools funnel in money, whether it's donors, whether it's a fund. And so we do all these events. So we'll just, again, I won't use a school. We'll just say a football stadium is 100,000 people. So they would give us a budget of X amount of million, and we would come in and we would do all of it. We'd get the artists, we'd get production, the police, we would do the entire thing. And then we would take a percentage of the revenue, six-pack would. We'd take 6%. The other 94% would all go to the school. So we were this third party of the schools come to us, we put on this event, we turn around and give X% to your NIL collective, because the schools weren't allowed, X school couldn't go pay you.
Yep.
They needed a way of like, okay, we've got $10 million. How do we go get that 5-star? Enter six-pack is like, hey, we know every music player in town. We know every artist. Let's come up with this deal. So we did that, and I mean that was lucrative. And that really blew us up and got us connected with a lot of ADs in the SEC and Big Ten. But then I don't know what it was, like the Senate. Something happened where it's like, hey, you don't need them anymore. Just go get that quarterback on your own and pay him. And I was like, what? I was like, the business model was gold.
Oh, yes.
I had this. So,
do you have your first place you're headed? Is it LSU? Because I got to think Lane Kiffin's good for you. The chaos and everything and drama. Yeah, right?
Love it.
Do you have your first stop in college football already planned out?
Our first, I think week 0, we're doing Michigan State and Michigan. Where we're going up there. I don't even know who they're playing. I guess our real week 1, I know we already have it planned. I don't think it's LSU. We're doing LSU Ole Miss. I know we are doing that
week
one.
3, right?
Yeah, September 19th.
That's early.
Yeah.
We're doing that one, and then we're doing Texas and UT just because alma mater. So those are the 2 we've had in stone since January. It's awesome. Like no matter what school reaches out, we are going to these 2 schools. So we've probably got like 20 to 30 schools confirmed already. We get about 150 that reach out every summer, and then every winter when we plan for the spring. And so now, thankfully, it's not, us having to go cold call and be like, hey, let us come to your school. It's just like, hey, we've got X amount of schools. Let's try to route this to where we're not doing FSU to Penn State to Lincoln, Nebraska.
Yeah, just getting around everything. Hey, man, thank you. I think what you're doing is great. Everything is a success. I'm proud of you because I know the hard work you put in. You're the American dream, man. Andrew Grayson, Six Pack Coverage, has been with us. We appreciate you very much.
Yes, sir. Yeah, thank you both.
All right, we'll come back with more live at the Omni right here, 102.5 The Game. All right, welcome back to the third hour of the Chase and Big Joe show right here, 102.5 The Game. Many thanks to Andrew Grayson from Six Pack Coverage for joining us. It's funny, you Vandy fans, and listen, I grew up in Nashville, so I want Vandy to do well. I think Whit Taylor and Kurt Page are the best quarterbacks of all time. I love Derek Jones. Chris Gaines is my second all-time favorite football player, All-American Vanderbilt. But you Vandy fans get so obsessed with Tennessee that it's really comical reading the text messages. And on the flip side, you Tennessee fans don't acknowledge Vanderbilt. You don't think they exist. But the second Vanderbilt has success, you just go at them. And it just makes me laugh because there's this rivalry. Like Vanderbilt's like, I want to please look at us. Tennessee's like, we're not looking at you. And then Vanderbilt wins. They're like, all right, well, you still suck. And I love the banter between both fan bases because it doesn't get talked about any outside the state of Tennessee, but it's so intense within the state. I love it.
Yeah, both fan bases live rent free in their head.
Right.
It's just beautiful. And that's what I think is so golden about SEC football and football in the South is these deep rooted rivalries. That's what makes everything so much fun in the fall.
Well, and I can't tell you that how many Tennessee fans absolutely hate Diego Pavia. Absolutely hate him.
Hey, can we put an order of restraint on him?
Right? They hate Pavia, and I mean I get it, but it's just kind of like, well, he, because what he did last November ran all over you.
Oh yeah,
and but that's why I love SEC football because it's not cut and dry. It's like we hate him. Fine, that's great
for Vanderbilt. It's bragging rights until the next time they meet, which is at the end of the season.
Yeah,
sure. And I think we're going to see something cool that Vandy and Tennessee fans haven't seen in a while, and that's potentially Faison Brandon and Jared Curtis, two freshman quarterbacks going at each other for the next 3 to 4 years.
I hope they're both massive success, and I want both programs to do well. I have a dog in the hunt for any one of them, but I think it's great. And people like, Andrew's talking about, well, Vanderbilt hadn't beat Tennessee a lot. And people are like, well, Vanderbilt's beat Tennessee a lot in football in the last 10 years. Last 10 years, it's Tennessee 7, Vanderbilt 3.
Good math.
Tennessee 7, Vanderbilt 3. Heupel is 4-1 versus because Heupel and Clark Lee came to the same time. Mm-hmm. Heupel's 4-1 versus Vanderbilt, and of course, like vice versa, he's 1-4. Which I love. I love I hate the word hatred. It's so strong. The dislike between both schools because I like when Vanderbilt's good because it pisses Tennessee fans off,
and it makes them the wild card in the SEC. It's no longer you got to wait on, is Arkansas going to be good this year? Is Kentucky going to be good this year? Is Mississippi State going to be good this year? No, you can actually look at Vandy and say, they actually are pretty good.
Right. That's funny that before the Tennessee Vandy game last year, we're going to take, and Andrew was even talking about it, we're going to take Vanderbilt down. They better watch that. Then Pavia runs all over them. In fact, I still think he's running through the streets of Knoxville. And Andrew's default was, which a lot of UT fans like, well, his family's stupid. And I saw them get her, so I was like, yeah, Vanderbilt's finally getting inside Neyland Stadium and punching them in the gut, and I love this.
Yeah, you probably won't get that extra fun this year for Vanderbilt football. When it comes
never
to
know.
Pavia. You never know.
I don't put anything past Clark Lee now, man, because I going to the 24th season, I was like, this guy's done. And then they rolled. I know Pavia helped, I get it, but other schools played the portal game too, and they got elevated to another level.
Craig on the text line says Pavia is one of those guys like Corey Perry. If he's on your team, you love him. If he's on the other team, you definitely hate him.
Yeah, right.
Right, absolutely right.
I hope Pavia has great success in the National Football League because what it does, it opens up the window to a lot of guys of smaller stature in college who play their tails off and win. Like, all right, maybe we should take a chance on this guy. I think it's great.
Yeah, and he signed, a 3-year deal with the Baltimore?
Allegedly, but that's you got to make the team and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, just kind of getting him locked up there for a little bit, which is great. But again, the fact Vanderbilt was bad for so long, Tennessee fans just took it for granted. And now Vanderbilt's come back a little success. Tennessee fans are like, well, you're stupid. We
have the best text line ever.
Oh, what we got?
The text line today, 9947, talking about the Vandy Tennessee debate. Got to remember, beating UT 3 out of the 10 times in 10 years is a lot for Vanderbilt.
It is.
I mean,
don't take that away at all. Yeah. I don't. Not at all. I think it's great. Derek Mason was the first Vanderbilt coach to ever beat 3 different Tennessee coaches. Can you name them? I guarantee you can't. There's one coach you won't get. Derek Mason was the only Vanderbilt coach to beat 3 Tennessee football coaches.
Let's go, Derek Dooley.
Incorrect.
No. Let me think. Oh boy, Jeremy Pruitt.
That's one.
Yep, Jeremy Pruitt. Not Josh Heupel. No, that was
Nope.
when Clark Lee was in there.
Nope.
Golly, it's like a gray area, like Jeremy Pruitt.
How gray? Charcoal?
Slate gray. Oh man, I only got one. That's all I can get.
Who you missed? We talked about one of the other coaches.
I did.
Who took over for Dooley? Brick by brick?
No, Butch Jones. Oh, they were there at the same time. That's
He
right.
beat Butch Jones.
I forgot. Yeah. So when
And there's one more coach he beat. Text line, if you know who the other, I'm not going to tell Nick that some other text line says who's the third UT coach that Derek Mason beat at Vanderbilt.
I think I know the answer.
Go ahead,
Red, give it.
Brady Hoke.
My man, Red Skelton, because Butch stepped down and Brady
But I
took
said
over for one game.
interim.
Nope, you're considered a head coach.
Okay.
You might be interim in your mind, but in the record books, Brady Hoke was a coach at Tennessee. Good job, Red. Good
Thank you,
job.
sir.
Did you look that up?
No, I'm a Tennessee fan, so I remember that, unfortunately.
Red knows. That's
Tough
right.
times.
So, yeah. So I remember the game in 16 when Alvin Kamara on 4th and 10 stepped out 8 yards to go for a first down on the
Like
sideline.
4th and 11.
Stepped out. Screen pass. He could have run straight, stepped out of bounds. And he was like, what's wrong? I'm like, game over, brother. We're right there in the end zone. And it was done. Had they won that game, Balls would have gone, I think, to the Sugar Bowl. So it's like a $10 million step out when he stood. Kamara did that. And then they won that game 17 and 18 and on. And then last year, Pavia ran all over them in Knoxville. So it's been 7-3 between Vanderbilt and Tennessee the last couple of years.
So there was a conversation that we had yesterday off the air about eligibility issues for college athletes. Pavia, one of those. Like, would you consider that like a ineligible player for the Heisman in a roundabout way?
Hold on. 0900 says, over the 25-26 academic year, Vandy was 10-1 versus UT in all sports. Good. All we care about is football. That's great.
The
That's,
academic year.
That's great. We just consider football, but that's good. 10-1 over your hated rival.
Yeah.
So what about graduating?
We were talking yesterday about like the eligible and ineligible players, about the whole 5x5 deal.
Right.
And I think we talked about it off the air about Pavia being one of those examples. No, we talked about it on the air. Pavia being one of those examples of having 6 years to it. The New Mexico junior college,
to it
then,
state.
Yep, and then to it
Yeah.
Vandy. So with that 6th year, and of course it had to go through the courts. I mean, would you kind of say it's kind of like an ineligible player in a roundabout way to be categorized for a Heisman?
Not at all. If they ruled you're legal, you're legal. You're good to go.
But I'm just saying, going forward, if a 5x5, like if they were to be granted the 6th year.
Well, it's a medical red shirt, so no.
Okay.
If you get injured and go, that's the whole thing now is like you got to hope you don't get injured because you got to get a medical red shirt. Like Coach Wells was talking about yesterday. It's like you got to get that approved. Like committee's like, all right, you got to give somebody an extra year to do that. And it's tough. 5 to play 4, you get the red shirt year built in. They'll screw it up. It'll soon before it'll be 7 for 7 and on and on.
Yeah.
Slowly making college sports football like the NFL. It's the worst thing they could possibly do.
I would never want his job. Like as a kid, it's probably cool. Like, yeah, you could be a head coach of college, whatever. No, I don't want that.
How much X's and O's you talk about when we had him on? Most coaches.
Once. Let's talk about once.
Right? We have, we get Clark Lee on and we try to talk X's and O's, and it's all invariably it's back to NIL and things like that. I want to talk football. I want to talk what it's like to go into Auburn and play at Jordan-Hare when you got to go down there and play, or Tuscaloosa. I mean, I want to talk about on the field X's and O's stuff.
Yeah,
which is why I love having Andrew on, because it's about football and the pomp and circumstance and the pageantry. I tell people all the time, I'd much rather go see Vanderbilt and Tennessee play than a Titans game any day of the week.
Yeah, the college
any day of the week.
College atmosphere is 9 times out of 10 better than NFL atmosphere.
Yep.
And if you say otherwise, I want to know why, because I don't see it. I get you go tailgate from time to time at an NFL Sunday, whatever, but Saturday tailgating, experience it for the first time in 2011, 2012 at Mississippi State in Starkville. There were people with chandeliers inside of their tents, and I'm just thinking, this is how they do it down south?
Right.
They're pulling out all the carpet. They're doing
Yes.
I'm like, holy cow, we've been doing it wrong all this time.
Yeah. Now, my son-in-law is a big Mississippi State fan, as we've talked
Matt,
about.
the guy.
And it's just, that is like the best. And I get it. Whether you're a Tennessee football fan or not, I don't care. But at night, when they split the T and they come around and the fireworks go on,
Chills.
Show me an NFL stadium that does that. And I don't care about the ratings. I don't give a damn about any of that. But show me an NFL stadium that cool when they do that. You won't.
You can't. You literally can't. And to Matt's point when he's talking about those towns like College Station, there's nothing there. It's just the
Happy Valley.
Happy Valley. It's just the university.
What's the closest NFL stadium? And I've been to about half of them, so I don't know the whole.
Across the pedestrian bridge.
That's the best one?
No, you said closest one across the pedestrian
I'm going to
bridge.
stab you right in the eyeball. What stadium has the most college-like atmosphere, do you think? I mean, I know you have
in
to
the
go
NFL?
off TV. It's got to be Arrowhead, right?
No.
Seattle? Arrowhead?
Buffalo. They throw the snowballs. Buffalo.
It's a good guess. I'm going to go Kansas City.
Good guess. That's my answer. It's no guess.
It's a guess.
No.
You're playing with fire today.
I am fire.
Are you caveman? Are you Tom Hanks and Castaway? I'm trying to think.
I think either
I'd go Arrowhead.
I go Buffalo.
Okay.
Buffalo or what's an NFC team?
And I will tell you, it's been to both places. Arrowhead, much louder.
Oh, I'm sure it's much louder, but we're talking about college atmosphere.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about loudness. I'm talking about like the cool ambiance with it of like talking about the snowballs.
It's loud and crazy. People going nuts.
Yeah, it's loud, but there's just something about playing in Buffalo. I don't know. Highmark Stadium. The new Highmark. Have you seen it, by the way?
Yeah, I love it that it's open.
Outdoor.
Yeah, I love it.
The field looks beautiful. It's natural grass, I believe. Something
I love
players
it.
love.
Yeah, I don't, but I mean, there's some few, like Seattle. I think Seattle gets because they have the loudest and all that, but I mean, the pomp and circumstance and loudness, and NFL does not even come anywhere near to college football.
Green Bay, maybe. There's a lot of rich tradition in there.
Yeah, just because it's Lambeau, and it's not bad.
If I go NFC, AFC, I go Green Bay and then Buffalo.
I got to go. I'm going to go Kansas City just because I've seen that several times. How they just lose their mind. That stadium's loud.
And Dallas is in its own category. It's a production. It's not even.
That's a good point.
It's a production. It's not even college atmosphere.
That's a good point. All right, we'll take another break. Our question of the day, we had a lot of response in the first hour. Would you or have you go up in a hot air balloon? Or would you or have you been skydiving? I'm telling you, the answers for the hot air balloon pretty much amazed me. And we'll tell you why when we come back. 615-737-1025. 615-737-1025. Would you go up in a hot air balloon? If so, tell us why. If not, tell us why. This is the Chase and Big Joe show right here on 1025 The Game. Hey guys, Big Joe here, and listen, June is Mental Health Month for men. But on the Chase and Big Joe show, it's every single time we're on the air, we'll talk about mental health because we want you here, we need you here. I understand you got bad days, and some days you feel like you're not going to get through it, but you are. And that's why we're so honored to be partnered with UnityCares.com. UnityCares.com is the one place to go if you need to talk, if you need to go to therapy. I tell you all the time how therapy changed my life. And one of the greatest things for me is when I get up in the morning, I get messages of somebody telling me, hey, man, I'm going to therapy. Thank you. You have no idea how that makes me feel because that means you're trying, you're caring, and you want to be here. UnityCares.com, they've got you covered for everything. Any questions on where to start, how to start, where to pay for it, anything like that, go to UnityCares.com. It's all on their webpage, and they've got you covered there. The whole goal for Unity Cares is to get you back living the life you deserve. They're based right here in Middle Tennessee, not some faraway place, and they have telehealth. It's private, it's secure, it's confidential, it's safe, and it's effective. I just need you to go today. Our world is a better place because you are here, and you have survived every bad day you've been through, so you're strong and you're tough. And again, UnityCares.com is one place to get you back living the life you deserve. And listen, guys, you don't have to go through this alone. Quit being stubborn. Quit being like me and go to therapy and feel better about yourself. The website again, UnityCares.com. It's UnityCares.com. the drums. There we go. Welcome back to the Chase and Big Joe Show, live at the Omni Nashville Hotel down here at Ballons today. Great crowd that's come through today. So really appreciate everybody stopped by and said hi. Always fun to come down here and see folks when we do this. I got an email. There's a North Carolina, Illinois basketball game coming to Bridgestone Arena, Dr. Crane, on January 30th. And let me tell you this, which is great. I love our friends at the Sports Council. They do a great job. National Hoop Showdown, January 30th, North Carolina, Illinois. I don't mind neutral site basketball games. I absolutely loathe college football neutral site games. Hate it. Florida State, Georgia coming here at New Nissan Stadium.
I heard about this.
Whatever. That's great. Great for the blah, blah. I absolutely hate moving games off campus to neutral sites. Last year's Tennessee-Syracuse game at the Georgia Dome, like 40,000 people showed up. You're in Knoxville, you got 100,000 people. You go to Syracuse, I don't know what the Carrier Dome holds, 55, 60, sold out. You go to Atlanta, sponsored, I get all that blah, blah, 40-something thousand people show up. Keep neutral site college football games on campus. I want to go to your campus. I want to go to see Doak Campbell Stadium. I want to go between the hedges in Georgia. Don't want to come to an NFL stadium.
I mean, I get both sides of the story.
Where do you stand? Have an opinion, pal.
Look, I'm going to lean on the side of I think it's okay. I think it's okay to have one neutral site game somewhere.
Why?
It's okay. You see the Georgia Dome, they do it all the time. I mean, or Mercedes-Benz, excuse me. They do it all the time.
That's fine.
Like, they have a neutral site game there at the beginning of the year. Again, that's Georgia, though. Georgia, neutral site. It's in Georgia. I get all that. But Georgia here in Nashville, it's right up the street in a roundabout way. You got a lot of people from Florida moving to Tennessee. I could see where there are a lot of Florida State alums in some aspects.
Nobody from Florida's moving to Tennessee.
Are you kidding me? There are plates there all the time down the street.
Of California moving here?
No, of Florida. Florida, Texas, California, New York. Those are the 4 plates I see all the time.
Texas people aren't leaving.
Then why do I see their plates here?
They're vacationing here.
No.
Texas is Tennessee. No state income tax.
Same with Florida.
Yeah, they're not coming here. They're all moving to those states.
Okay. My neighbor's a Florida State alum.
Okay, good.
Just saying.
I'm looking. There's 1,032 people move to Nashville every second.
Really?
Or every 10 minutes. Maybe every 20 minutes. 1,000 people moving here every second.
Wow.
Right? Got to keep Tennessee. And that commercial for whoever that guy's running for governor.
I don't know.
Yeah, keep Tennessee. I've tuned those ads out. I just don't like neutral site. I want to go to your campus.
Yeah.
Kids, people, your fan base. I don't like neutrals, and nobody cares what I have to say, and that's fine. Well, I talk to the wall, and the wall agrees.
How do you feel about Vandy Vandy students here? Like, nothing against Vandy. It's a phenomenal college.
Here we go.
It's great. But this is not really a college town.
Doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? So then it doesn't matter for neutral site games?
What's the largest city in the SEC?
Would it be Nashville?
Nashville, Tennessee.
Okay.
You've been to that new stadium at Vanderbilt? It's pretty cool.
It's beautiful.
Packed, loud. It's great.
I've yet to go in it, but I've driven around
What do you consider a college town? What's the criteria for a college town?
It has the best burger in town. Like, I wouldn't consider.
Good Lord, you need to get out more.
I'm kind of like Andrew in a roundabout way. I spend a lot of my time in the locker rooms.
You're lost in the moment, right?
Yeah,
lost in the
exactly.
Right.
I look at it because I've been to Starkville. I've been to Lexington, Kentucky. I've been up there to Kroger Field. I've been to LSU, Baton Rouge. That to me is a college town.
Are you Lewis and Clark? You give me your travel itinerary?
I'm just saying, I'm giving you a variety of places that I've been,
right,
so I can give you a synopsis of what I think a college town is.
Okay.
And that is basically young adults run the town. That's what it is.
See,
you come here, not young adults not running this.
Setting a college town where the main thing in that town is the college team.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Nashville's not really that.
That's fine.
It's kind of hard to be that.
That's fine. Knoxville's a college town. Tuscaloosa's a college town.
Yes, Tuscaloosa is a college town.
Most of the SEC is a college town. By the way, these Missouri fans are on you about your take.
I don't care if Missouri fans hate me. I'm a Cardinals fan. That's in the state of Missouri. Give me a little slack.
We're talking about your Mississippi State, Missouri thing.
You could say that they own them all day, every day. I could care less because
Couldn't care less.
could not care less.
There we go, buddy.
Because Mississippi State is still the top dog in this situation.
Over Missouri?
Yes.
Eli Drinkovitz thinks different.
Look, Eli Drinkwitz, don't know the guy. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I stand on business too, okay? I stand on business too, Eli. And your team probably does. I'll tell you that right now. But Mississippi State Bulldogs, don't worry.
All right. We'll set that aside. What's the best college town in the SEC?
LSU.
Yeah, he's got a good point there.
LSU, hands down. I've been there. I've experienced it. I've had jambalaya, and it was fantastic.
Yeah, you're right. I mean,
If I had to go top three, it goes, and a little bias on this one, LSU, Starkville, Mississippi. I have yet to go to Florida. I think Florida would be number 3.
Okay.
That's my educated guess.
I would tell you, there's one college town. If this football team was ever consistently good,
I know.
Don't say it. We'll say it after the break. If this one college staff, this one football team would just be consistently good, they might be the cream of the SEC. We'll talk more about the SEC football.
You know what team is really good? The Nashville Cats.
Yes, sir. Yep.
And
what we got?
Caller number
4.
Caller number 4. Caller number 4 will win a family 4-pack, I believe, if that's what I'm trying to read here because my computer is dead. Is yours open?
It does not. I don't get your emails.
Well, thank you.
How about just go Nashville Cats tickets?
Yes, we are giving away Nashville Cats tickets. Caller number 4. Here we go. Now I can give you the information, ladies and gentlemen, so you don't have to wait any longer. It is.
What do you got? A Commodore 64 over there?
There's just a lot of stuff here. Here we go. Yeah, you will win a family 4-pack to Nashville Cats as they take on the Beaumont Renegades at F&M Bank Arena this Saturday. Kickoff is at 4 p.m. You can listen and watch, hearing the great Big Joe on the go, along with Jake Lyman on the call. But yes, call in. Call number 4, 615-737-1025. We'll get to more college football action on the other side right here on the Jason Big Joe Show, 1025 The Game.
Back to the Chase and Big Joe show live at the Omni Nashville Hotel. Again, just thankful to all the guys who weighed in and girls who weigh in on our text line every single day. We have the best listeners. You guys are wonderful. Every day. We love you guys. 615-737-1025. You know, I always kid around that if I become president one day, my agenda is going to be I'm going to build a 10-lane highway from Birmingham to Panama City. 10 lanes both ways. Speed limit's going to be 90, right? If you go over 90, we're going to give you a ticket. Straight shot, no red lights, right?
Yeah.
My other thing is going to be as president will be no 11 o'clock kickoff times for college football.
Dude, you got to get over this.
0.
You got to get over
Andrew
this.
agrees. You don't. Most
No.
people agree. 11 o'clock kickoffs in college football in the fall, completely asinine. I know Chase and I, and you talked about this on Monday a lot, but just seeing more games at 11, it's just the fact that Texas-Tennessee game is at 11 o'clock in September. And I'm not going because I've got MTSU duties, which I love, but also I want games to afternoon or evening. Play those games at night. Well, what about TV? Who cares, man? Play them at night. If you sit here and tell me that Texas-Tennessee game should be an 11 o'clock Central start, I'm going to have to ask you to go home.
No, but what I was telling Andrew earlier last hour, and that was if you're a Tennessee fan, you go 11 a.m. is not a problem because you can get the game out the way. It's a decent SEC matchup. You get an outcome, and then you're done with the
What do you mean game out of the way? Every game is great. I don't know why you get to move this game out of the way. What does that mean?
Well, I'm just saying if you're ready for the 2:30 game, because he talked all about it, the 2:30 game, I'm with him. I think 2:30 game is probably the most important game of the day, understandably so. But when you talk about 11 a.m. games, they have to be played. They have to be there. You have to have 11 a.m. games.
Okay, and then give the also-rans that time to do their thing.
I'm sorry, what was that last part?
The also-rans, give them that time to do those games.
Yeah.
You sound like Trump at the debate with Biden. He's like, I don't know what he said that last part.
I really don't.
I don't know what
Did
he said.
you mumble there? I'm really trying to understand what you said.
Was there a niner in there? I think so. No, the games of that match, you could look at that game in January of this year and know it's going to be a massive game. So why? All right. How about Missouri, Arkansas? You don't know in January that game could be you don't know.
Right.
You don't. Those teams could be 9-0, ranked 1-2. You don't know. You know Texas at Tennessee in September with Arch Manning playing in front of his uncle. I mean, you know that game is going to be off the charts. In
the stadium that his uncle made a name for himself too, right? It's at Neyland, correct?
Yeah, it's at Neyland.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so it's just absolutely stupid that game is at 11 o'clock. Get up at 5 maybe you'll get there by 9.
That I agree with. I feel like college athletics as a whole, for you could say other sports, but specifically in this sense, college football, they should flex games more. They should be able to flex 11 a.m. games more.
It's really hard to do that because
on a Monday,
the afternoon window you can do that. From 2 to nighttime, that's fine. 11 o'clock is a whole set of logistics because the game is so much earlier.
You can do this 2-3 weeks out. You can. I'd say 2 weeks would be the sweet spot.
They already do 2 weeks out.
Well, I'm just saying if you want to flex a game from 11 a.m. to 2:30 or 2:30 to 11, let's say Arkansas and Kentucky are playing the 2:30 game and they're 1-3. They're both 1-3. Why would they be on primetime? Flex them out of it, put them in 11 a.m. game, and then put the primetime guys in there, which would be Texas and Oklahoma.
Right. So you know all that already. So you know in January that the LSU Ole Miss weekend was going to be massive. So what they do with that game? Put it in prime time, right? I'm not saying Texas at Tennessee is a big game, but I think this is the first time Texas has ever been in Neyland Stadium.
Yes, I believe so.
All right. So then you add that. Then you're going to add Arch Manning. So you knew this game was going to be massive, and you dump at 11 o'clock. I don't understand that. Nobody asked me, and I get that, but still.
I mean,
not a fan.
Look, I agree with you on that part of it all, but I just think 11 a.m. games do serve a purpose for society and college football. They just
some games. That's fine.
Yeah. But I think there should be an option for them to flex that game you're talking about out because now that I think about it, it should stay at 11 a.m. game.
Why? Just to make me mad?
No, because I don't think Tennessee's going to be that good this year.
But you can't predict that. You don't know that.
The TV.
You know the hype and circumstance around Arch Manning going to Knoxville is already page one.
Sure.
You know that.
Sure. But the TV.
Tennessee could be 0-3 rolling that game. That's Arch Manning going back to and I'm not a Texas fan. Hell, I'm not. I think Arch Manning is overrated. I really do. But everybody thinks he's going to win the Heisman Trophy. Let's see what he can do. I hope Tennessee beats Texas 75-0 that day.
Well, we all know ratings kind of run a lot of things in this world.
Yeah.
For that channel, which was ESPN, they're probably trying to run the ratings on that 11 a.m.
I mean, it'd be if Nick Frazier was a quarterback at Texas rolling in there, still a pretty big game.
Oh, it's a massive.
Texas at Tennessee.
Joe, stop. That game's massive.
You'd be running the option like Tracy Ham at Georgia Southern. Both of you are 5'5".
We'll be talking about Heisman candidacy after that game.
Yeah, you would.
Just saying.
Or some sort of candidacy. I'm not sure which one, but I don't know.
Heisman.
This is a debate I'm going to lose, and which is fine, but I'm making my voice heard on this.
Well, people on the text line are
they agree. Yeah. Tennessee fans agree. Tennessee fans agree. They don't want to get up and be in the stadium by like 10:45. That doesn't work. That's Central Time.
Alden in Nashville says, Big Joe, add to the presidential agenda that commercials and TV shows / broadcast have to be the same volume level. It's terrible turning the volume up to hear the show. Then
right?
The commercial comes on and busts your eardrums.
Yeah, I get it.
So you might want to add that.
So I do the 20-lane highway, 10 on both sides from Birmingham to Panama City, 90-mile-per-hour speed limit. Don't go over that or you get a ticket. And that's many as a president, that's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
Because you go south, you hit 65, you get Birmingham, then you got to get to Montgomery, then get off and go through Troy and 230. And the next thing you know, you don't know where you are. 10-lane highway.
10-lane highway.
Yep. Both ways. Straight to the Gulf. Panama City. Actually, between Panama City and Destin. Drop you off right there.
Could you imagine just driving down a 10-lane highway? I mean, that'd be incredible.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
That way you're not speeding to get to the Gulf Coast, because we all do. We all get stuck going back those roads and trying to get to Panama City and the Gulf. It's not.
I mean, I'm a prisoner of the highway, man.
That's a good song. Is that a song?
It is a song.
By?
He's blind. Why is his name escaping me?
Ronnie Millsap?
Yeah, Ronnie Millsap. Thank you. Goodness gracious.
That's what you think? He's blind, Ronnie Millsap? That's a great talent.
You know what, Joe? Thanks. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank
what
you.
time's your little thing today at Creve Hall?
It's at 4:30. Be there at 4.
4:30?
Yep. I'll be serving some stuff up early at 4.
Creve Hall Farmers Market. What's the address?
Farmer in the Hall, 451 Hogan Road. Be there. Cheese, pepperoni, Neapolitan-style pizzas, muffaletta sandwiches, along with the world-famous Nico's Pizza Meatball Sub.
I love it. I hear you have a special guest coming by today.
Yeah, Manani will be there.
Somebody else.
Oh, that's right.
Crazy Clay.
Crazy Clay will be there. Cannot guarantee he will be next to the tent, but can guarantee he will be in the vicinity. He's going to eat one.
Just make sure he doesn't sneeze on your food.
Oh, trust me.
All right, we'll take a break, come back. We're live with the Omni. Celebrity birthdays and what day is it? America's favorite game is up next right here, 102.5 The Game. Back to Chase and Big Joe show right here, 102.5 The Game, live at the Omni Nashville Hotel here on 102.5 The Game. A special guest has dropped by.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see everybody here doing the fun show. Andrew Grayson, thank you for stopping by today. 6-pack coverage, really good. Love the college football talk. Love the college football talk every time. So it's really good that goes on.
Yeah.
You all right?
I'm
You're a little starstruck, right? The guy just came by and said hi.
I'm not starstruck. I'm just trying to comprehend what happened.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Dr. Crane was
man.
big man. Worried about we're getting to a brawl. Big JoJo's got you, brother.
Oh no, I can take my own.
JoJo's
I'm
got
not
you.
worried about that. I'm just
Any kind of confrontation. I've been in enough of it. I got you covered, man.
don't worry. So have I. It's okay, Joe.
I got you.
I don't need somebody to hold my hand, but I
got
appreciate
you.
it. Yeah.
I'll never hold your hand.
We got each other.
Okay. A little weird.
It
All right,
was
let's
a little weird.
let's do it. Time for celebrity birthdays. And what day is it? Red, hit it, buddy.
First on the list, we have Anthony Bourdain Day, R.I.P. to one of the greats.
How long did he pass away?
It's, 2019, right?
I don't know. And that's part of our mental health message, man. That guy seems so happy, and then the mental health part of that. So that's why we talk about that all the time.
June 8th of 2018.
Gosh almighty, 8 years ago.
Yeah, iconic.
Yep.
On so many different levels. Color TV Day is today. Day of the Seafarer. Is that right? Seafarer?
You're reading it. I don't know.
I've never. Okay, whatever.
You look at me like I'm smart, and I am
I
none
look
of
at
that.
you because this seems like a Joe Dubin type day.
Okay.
All right. Continuing. Global Beatles Day is today.
Like the band or the actual bug?
The band.
Okay.
Yeah, the band.
Right.
Let's see. Leon Day today. Is that? Yeah, that's correct. All right.
Leon.
Just
Who's the famous Leon Spinks?
Yeah, you can say Leon.
My
Spinks.
uncle. I had a uncle Leon Eller. Uncle Leon. That's all.
Mitch Lane Day, not Mitch Light, Mitch Lane Day. I believe this is named after the Rubik's Cube. Is that right? Or the guy that achieved solving the Rubik's Cube in 6.25 seconds. Golly, that's fast.
Yep.
National Bomb Pop Days today. Gotta love that.
Yeah,
They're
you
delicious.
gotta love the bomb pop.
National Catfish Day. Here we go.
Catfish is
Yep,
good. man.
delicious. National Handshake Day. Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you, buddy.
Yep, you too.
Right?
Yep, National Police Community Cooperative Day is today. National Strawberry Parfait Day, delicious. And oh boy,
Yes.
I don't want to say it.
Show it to me on the
I
computer.
can't.
Which one is it?
The last one over here.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. You go ahead and try to say it.
No, it's your segment.
Golly.
Just skip it. Spell it.
World
Vitiglio?
Vitiglio?
Look what Vitiglio is.
I hope that's
World Vitiglio Day. I hope we're not getting fired over this.
golly.
I hope it's named after actor Viggo Mortensen.
Let's see. It's a chronic autoimmune condition where the immune system attacks and destroys whatever that is. It's a type of cell that produces pigmentation and discoloration. So there you go.
Okay, so all right. So there you go.
All
Thank
right.
you for that, buddy.
You're welcome. Yeah,
All right, time for celebrity birthdays. Get these within 2. Red, you get to go first. You ready?
Yes, sir.
How old is Dale Curry today? You might know Dale's sons.
I'll say he is 65.
63.
62.
Okay.
Dr. Crane's up 1-0. Dr. Crane, how old is Singer? By the way, that's the only sports birthday that we have. It's crazy. Dr. Crane, how old is Carly Simon? Bonus points if you tell me who she was married to at one time.
Carly Simon married to Tom Cruise? I
Nope.
don't know. Carly Simon is 60.
I don't know who she is, so I can't tell you who she was married to. I'll go 59.
She's 83 and was married to James Taylor. God,
Looks
you guys.
Beautiful for
All
her
right,
age.
Red, how old is Ricky Gervais? He was created The Office, very funny comedian.
Ooh, I'll say Ricky's 58.
Ricky Gervais is, God, that's a good guess. 59.
65. Dr. Crane, how old is Angela Kinsey? Angela from The Office. How old is she today?
2 Office people. How about that?
That's right. Back to back.
Angela is 54.
Yeah, I'll say Angela's 52.
55. Dr. Crane's up 2-0. Red, how old is actress Busy Phillips?
I'll say she's 45.
Busy Phillips. Gotta be busy. Busy Phillips. Let's go 60.
47. Reds on the board. It's 2-1. Lightning round. Here we go, Dr. Crane. How old is actor-comedian Jimmy Walker from the show Good Times? Do you know his catchphrase he had on Good Times?
I do not.
I'll tell you if you get it.
Okay.
How old's Jimmy Walker today?
81.
I'll say he's 78. And is
79.
This Dynamite?
Oh, my man, Red.
Let's
You
go.
got it up to. We're tied at 2. Good job. All right. Red, how old is singer Tim Finn from Split Ends and Crowded House?
We'll say he's 51.
50.
74. Dr. Crane, how old is rapper Richie Rich?
Richie Rich. We're not talking about the movie. So
Richie Rich, the rapper.
60. I mean, not 60. 40. Sorry.
38.
59.
I should have stuck with my first answer.
All right, this is it. We have a tie. Whoever gets this wins the game.
All right.
Red, how old is guitar player Sean Kelly from Sixpence None the Richer? I think he lives here in town, I think.
We'll say he's 61.
63.
It's 55. It's a tie.
Ah, man.
A
Red, are
draw.
you doing the show tomorrow?
I am.
All right, we'll continue this little tie tomorrow between you guys. It's really a bad day for. We had one sports birthday.
I mean,
Del Curry. Thanks, Red, for playing, buddy.
what are we doing?
I know. What's coming up next at 5 o'clock? At 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock is DVD, Joe.
It's a real
D.
sports
Mace,
show.
Vingen, and
What
Donna.
are they eating today?
I don't know. I know Willie tried Uncrustables for the first time yesterday. Was not a big fan.
How about word of the day? Diarrhea.
Yeah, Adam, we need a good definition, language of origin.
For eating Uncrustables or whatever.
Yeah.
JoJo can't do dairy.
Probably not the best word to use right now since we're at bar lines, Joe. But
Our lines is great. That's nothing to do with that.
people are eating.
Well, they're not paying attention to us.
you're
They
right.
haven't all. It's crowded here. They don't pay attention to us.
Yeah, they do.
Good show, buddy. Well, tomorrow
Thanks,
we'll
man.
have at the BetMGM round lounge.
Yes.
It's the NHL draft is tomorrow, so we'll be over there getting you guys set up for all that stuff. Maybe Max Hers will join us
That'd be fun. We'll love to get a little.
because him
catch
and
up with
Willie are
Max.
doing some little show tomorrow night, some little YouTube show, aren't they?
Oh, it's more than just a show. It's got to be. I mean, come on.
It's a
man.
big event, man.
exactly
For all that.
big event. Thank you very much.
Thanks to all. Andrew Grayson, thanks for everybody on our text line. You guys are wonderful.
Yep.
We leave every show with our message every day. You just heard the spot earlier for unitycares.com. To our guys out there, if you are struggling, if you're going through anything, listen, I talked about this today, is that I had a friend of mine that passed away a few years ago, and then I talked about before he passed away, asked him how he was doing. He told me, yeah, I'm doing okay. I was like, okay, all right, have a great day. Ask one more question. Somebody tells you they're doing okay, they're not doing okay. Ask one more question, talk to him. I wish I'd have asked my friend 5 more questions, and I can't, but I will always ask that. If you're doing okay, I'm going to ask more and more. Check on your friends. Check on them every day. To our guys out there, if you're struggling, you know what to do. Reach out to us. We're always here for you. We love you. And know, more importantly, more than anything else in this world, please know how much God loves you. DVD's next. Thanks, guys.